This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Abuja, I had a Boadu TV. Yama wakaba. Na what the cause of our hospitals mono? You say data, patients data. Yehu ama exercise books na sisi ya nurse for na doctor for chom. Kevin Taylor say you bia na ye. Agyeman Manu na ton patients data. Otoma wan Kevin H.M. Kennedy Baumia fight no still and so cause gidi ama Kevin Taylor edena no atumbi o se mampanyi po dwuma enu me bia ekoso a ekyeso mampanyi ye dwuma na wo se ye mampi NDC etra akonya no so che 20 years 40 years no Kevin Taylor boy running in him shocking.
Agyeman Manu obeye health minister for some time. Agyeman Manu edi dwuma bi e wo Ghana na MPP te so no odi dwum bebre na odi Ghana apom din ekodum pempensuo bi a osai no osani contract bi a and the contract no ye be chechire mu akire mu ene ohawa and the contract no e dia breye and the sorry a ubehu bibi sei na ye dia to eye TV so graphic online NHIS electronic hospital management system experiencing temporary disruption. We October 6th and sa news we ebeto ho. Eye busumia etwem busumia ewumi eye eda etoso nsia and they started it in from say eye Oko hospital na ukuta national health insurance card na so koja yaresape udru no catch the National Health Insurance Authority has announced that some of its electronic hospital management system so I'm for PZ4 you can say electronic hospital management system se me bon to fa na se me dwom kitom wate ase hospital no ye wo den computer sebio de ye nyina hospital ho ene ye ne ye kɔ ho ye ho nsɛm ene dwumadia Ghana Health Service nyina no egusa den system no so ene ne frɛ no electronic hospital management system ene ne manage eduro bɛkɔ ha ye hwɛ wei ne records hya ha we dia you say make sure say an operation day we record ne shaha nipa ya gene ho information nyina oyare sasabro ye go system no so hospital we sa nyoma de friend management system ya gigi sign in some nyina friend information obi beka say data ha na ye beti say bosumi we mu no ye sorry ye see ain NHIS and Oko hospital you see hospital machines in Yejuma and Oko card and I won't Opel card and I won't and our personal services bia and an MPP for start here I Mahama ba on my beside NHI in Omobwa Pizza for Omobwa Yaba Betrow dear Ama Sadi we AC dear Ama NHIS and the health system no and the problem Abawa Nyame adumuti minister we oteso ene aban we aso ano nanso aban na so ano ne na omudi hudwuma enkyere se nipa odi bone no saa nipa no yebegya no amanako e wo se ye kyerɛkyerɛm ema Ghanafo nyina ehu no kore na bone ene dwirima Agyeman Manu ne MPP fo no den ediye enti a ende okɔ hospital I say oh your system ni nya adwuma yebekyerɛ contract no yebekyerɛ dwirima omudiye and the Abema Ghana for yenya problem. Now, besides, I have two of them here. Guys, I'm sorry. On say show me no. The same time I had show at the same time you show no. Na me team no production no. Assembly Mekebiano, they are listening. So they try to do some research. You maybe wa and sankanya. Anything I can say a live production. My team, they are bringing in some new information about Adia Yedi home community. When I break and try to move or look at some few things, don't get it. Don't be angry because your production way on the run production, a live production. TV to say no. My team, they are working. They are bringing the information in. Some videos just came in because the back and the production no. On say any production and Sanyaba, but as the show goes on, Mr. Tisa Mekasape, my team they start to follow and start to pick what we need to support the American. Now, enti yenyina sorry na ebete saa asem October ya and yet say MPP4 the whole Ghana omuye dede ka kire say ai se sia de NDC be say National Health Insurance no yanka nkire mo ye ka kire mo say NDC for de John Mahama ne ntafo yi awonafo yi saa krobofo NDC fo yi ba no kure wo ne say MPP aban edi dwuma bi a saa dwuma no eno na edi ababedru ha enda ama yenya problem with your health system no. Now my mention idea. Another story as I pop it up we Jandam Joy News. Remember, research they would say sa story we are Joy News publish here there no cre and intina yem per se over Joy News one story verify, double verify. We have verified this caption and intina ye Joy News is fake news. Remember that. Do not forget. All right. Mr. S, I'm sorry, but it's struggling to get your materials in. I don't know, maybe it's the format you are using, or I don't know, but maybe the format is not the right format. I'm struggling to get the material on the system. Yes, I'm struggling. So try and see if you can change the format. I don't know, but for some reason, I'm not able to move this on the system. Okay, I'll be able to move. Okay, besides, I have them. Yeah, I have it. That's just one. I'll deal with that. Yes, I have one in the system. Thank you. Inti Ninana say, yes, I'm sorry, no diabetini. Hospitals return to manual records at Lightwave Health Information Management System. That's the LHIMS, disrupted over unresolved contractual issues. So I'm for PZ4, which I say the Omokanina say, and the Oko hospitals are computers no entumi nyejuma. Ye pe information atwe free so computers ni nyejuma. Ye fra bi data information dey go computers no hospitals e Ghana nyina no dodo no emba adentra. Yes, the company be a from Lightwave Health, Lightwave. Aden for some reason, ne Ghana sign a contract be. Na ne Ghana wentri be eba contract no hon sensema inti ena edum machine my access to hospital data kronim. Inti there also we catch on say aban your friend MPP aban your data hospital no. Ya information at what hospitals in our Ghana no de ma company bako de ni nyina share company bi nsa na dan na o man etumine company bako tena dem ka se me no sign company contract na contract no Ghana ya pomuden information nyina no we are giving it to you na de ya no say de man kofo ni wie no de na esi ekire in the sande when we say hospital na say secure udi wo card so na yen sign wo card so now say oh where they say that tete na yes ade na because of MPP contract bi a almost sign ya nsa na mu fira ban mu na nim de ya wade we mu nyina sa dwumadie we ya na impempensuo bi ye pese ye de Ghana your hospital information nyina egu abefo computer so na ye fra bi centralized system se ne be a obi titafo na se ebi oko hospital tafo na otutafo kotena ebia srem na lerugu na se oko hospital a ye betumi abonidin ehu den eduru a offer na ehu hospital na oko na ehu ne Ghana card information na ehu ono ankasa no den information a kire se oko hospital dodo sei na wakoma yare eno na ebetumi aboa saa de no na sabio time na ye dum pempenso bi ye pese ye. Now remember sa hospital management system we no enye NPP abreso na Ghana ban na adwene so obeye. In fact na NDC wo power no na company no Lightwave approach NDC aban na omo approach NDC aban no de omo ka che NDC aban ni nyina ne say omo pese omo start bibi na bibi ni nyina ne say omo pese omo de Ghana Ghana yapom den hospitals nyina e wo Ghana krom ha regional district teaching hospitals nyina no yetumi centralize anase yetumi make sure say omo nyina no omo information a obebia nti obi otafo a say regional hospital ana district hospital tafo a so obi was srema information a ewo tafo for computer no so no ono wo srem so benya the same information send e be ya baby a Ghana bia no kwa hospital bia enye den say ebehu den wo information a wo de eba ye anase ewo system so. Now papa we your friend no Samson Jeba ono na eye the CEO anase oye obia ote company your friend Light Wave ni nua pa ene Otiko Jagba man we your friend Samson Jaba into ready a year on one company the website in some ono strategy and operations is led by experts who have decades of experience in medicine, public health, and technology. This multidisciplinary team works closely together with country partners to identify public health their priorities and then plan and execute pragmatic ICT initiatives that advance sustainable improvement in the health status of its people. In terms of Jumamu Diano, no, Jumamu didn't say, Omni inkro, in Jumaku, so per se, yet data, yet information in our ukrum, na yedugu a system ba akoso, send ye beya, ukromo, enkora, impenifor, enkokora, obia, sebio, ayar sebio bekobiano, your information or sebio, yagada or enisa ohano, the hiano Ghana card or qua, information beyond sabeka. Papa we, your friend Samson Jaba, or no, ena a Light Wave company no any dia. On your brofo be and sabi, ena sebio, Jumadino, a yomudia. Omo approach the NDC government in 2015-16. I think 2016, end of 2016, ho baby. And I'm say, oh, Ghana buying. Ya pese anka hospitals organ nyina no. Ya di omu nyina be share computer bakum. Se ne be ya mena na owo denu. Se oba oboase na okọ hospital a ebe easy say ebe hu information. And NDC abanka say we dey. Se mo na mo pese mo ye sa de we dey hwe say ebeko ye dia and the mundi nkan enye bibia a friend of piloting. Inti what happened was this happened right before the NDC government left office. NDC abino any sa company we sign a contract bia. Because when our company awaba and I say we nyama 1212 bia ogene say aban ya sa nyoma no ebeden ebetime gina na naso eba apomuden wonsema. Time na on the NDC kasa NDC say oh and so person your hospitals will be Ghana. Start now one kasa for we need to. Now one kasa koye. Ukoye we afa be kyereye. Say wo de be kyere ne ni so a na Ghana ban. Ene Ghana for no betena se assign a contract. Enti aya papa we ne nkofo start say omo ye bibia friend pilot. Into omo start wo Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Ane ho omo start ye any some district hospitals be. Ena omo start say omo eye dey piloting. PZ for kasa bibia piloting na. And say about PZ na ya pese ya try say you hu say ebia PZ no ya wo nipa be 200 na mo ho ya pese ya hwe say ye pipe nsu a nipa ne be noma na mika say ebia na PZ pipe ni wo enti de omo ye ne say ya ba be say ebia pipe miensa mo ye nipa be 200,000 mum but e be in case pipe miensa PZ ne ahwe sene nipa dodo no beko so mo ko sansuo enti ehu se ebia mu nipa 200,000 mo PZ no anopa no nsia bia no emu be 150,000 eco pipe no so mo ko sansuo a na afa ehu se ampa nsuo na eye pipe nsuo no mo pebi pa eno ne friend pilot ye di susu ade bia ye di susu hwe se ye be ya ade wo ya ebedi mu ebegina ne na so anase nipa no mo ho no mo behia enti afa bibi piloting. Inti anu bi na eye nkofo we study se omo ankasa beye fofie antwata NDC for ne omo kasa ye na NDC aban a free power 2016. Inti NDC oversaw the piloting and making sure say omo ya piloting ni nyina ewie ma omo hu say we dey in fact that's ho nyansa wom in fact say omo allow mane koso a ebetuma aboa Ghana health sector. And remember, Southern and John Mahama yesi Sewia, yesi Air District Hospital, Tamale Regional Hospital. So they were looking for a system whereby all the hospitals will be connected. All the health facilities in Ghana will be connected so that information, all district, regional training hospitals now can share information in a second. The NDC government was saying this was good. Why? Why don't we make this happen? Omuya pilot said, no, this makes sense. Why don't we? Pilot in say Agyeman Manu one a company na sign contract. So be a pilot in we are. What happens? And they say, or the pilot in the ba, and our pilot no koye, and I say, yet no koye no. Na abana shim. Abana shema, ebia nyoma ba kumienu miensembi woma abana because the way they ninja home. Enti no be sign contract cry. Contract no, BB say the young fan shim if you say, okoya pilot in the ba na, ya share and kratem no. Nyoma ba kumienu miensembi de, yem pesa de beka home. But MDC abane nya kwenya no any company we antenase anya den and sign a contract inti they could not analyze the end of the piloting and also make sure say omo be sign a contractor omo infuse bibia enko against the government of Ghana. So NDC are buying free power. Now this company called Lightwave no so check a company records they registered this company in 2015. Let me enlarge this. Senabaya kwasi ebin kasa Kevin Taylor at the document babe to so. Ma men fambra na men biem na huni ye. Now, who study summary details of company registration now? Edini wo company with shares. Transaction ID. Lightwave eHealthcare Solution Limited. Lightwave eHealthcare Solutions Limited. Data shower yedete company no. Shareholders. Inti you can see say in the year 2015, year 20th of November 2015, and a company we Nipano register in Ghana. Inti it's something I want to put across. Senebeya Ghana for the company we are dealing with. In fact, answer a company be able to me at any Ghana buying a signing contract, say a foreign company, I will say a partner company in Ghana, and some about to me Ghana buying a signing contract. If you say it's a contract in Tija, Ghana buying should be able to hold somebody locally responsible. Anything I the biano say Ghana buying be signing contract, no money foreign company be sign here. They make sure say foreign company no partners back home. And sana Ghana government I then assign a contract no. And they say sa in some match so far now. Adia near friend no eHealth sebio eye ba omia ba am ka so o mako digital eHealth no eye under NDC government and almost start here edi san komono in 2015 with a company called Lightwave. Into eHealth, that idea was actually hatched by the NDC to move a hospital, yes, the way we are able to put all the data together, the system, to move it on a system, digitalize, and making sure say Ghana health system, easy to access, It started in 2015. 2015 NPP the power. Now John Mahama NDC and our power. Into what eHealth the idea, the concept, it was basically hashed by the NDC. Let's get this right because it's in the document. Now, into what na ninyina no. Ba omia de obetu ye bia na otwa montro. He has no idea about digitalization and digita. Oh no, ne ho na ye ne de. No, sorry, I can't quite say. Now, moment and team, stay with me. Yes, yeah, we are good. Now, so fast forward. Menya butana mijujum because menya information be say some media personalities who are Ghana kojiska. They want to twist the story to make it look like say NDC are buying we and over health facilities and Ghana hospitals are yes say a system ni nyejuma and NHIS nyejuma media personalities who are Ghana Kojiska. And the agenda is from tomorrow. Omo twist ya semono. And the beto NDC aban so. Anytime I bet now, make sure all the documents for you to know where the agenda is coming from. Send a bay almost starting kwasi semono because hey, the contract was signed by NPP. In 2015, the NDC hatched this idea. They did not finish it. They did not even sign any contract. They did not even look at any contract. They basically told the people to go do a pilot. Inti mema obia emfa bibia meshe NDC aban say NDC aban ko sign a contract bi ma ende no NHIS and the hospital system no I say inti Jomahama mo na say no. It is the contract that the NPP Agyeman Manu signed. And no na yedi ho nkomo ende. All right. Now, so fast forward. In 2017, in 2017, na NPP ba power. That time na NDC free power. 2017, and na NPP ba power. Now about power no. This is what they did. I'm about launch project no. I'm about sign a contract and I'm launch project no. The project overview. The government of Ghana, through the Ministry of Health, has engaged Lightwave e-healthcare services to roll out an electronic medical records and patient management system in the country. Inti fast forward 2017, NPP ba power no, and na omo eba no because the ebeto ya no mumra. Now after the yen sign a contract. Remember, NPP ba power no, there was no contract. The people had done a pilot. The NDC government did not even sit to analyze the pilot fully. To say, yepewe, and for the moment sign a contract. When you do a pilot, it is not automatic, so be a contract. Now, about power in 2017, this is what they did. They really launched the program because they signed a contract with this company. Now, to develop a healthcare infrastructure solution, a centralized data center with a 24-hour recovery unit, which will serve to revolutionize the healthcare industry in the Republic of Ghana. The development will support will support or enable the following. 1. Networking of all hospitals, clinics, and community health clinics in every region, district, sub-district in Ghana. B. Network all agencies, partnerships under the auspices of the Ministry of Health, FDA, Ghana Health Service, and etc. Some of the benefits for the FDA, for example, would be the data which the system would make available in support of pharmacovigilance. So basically, I'm about power and I'm say, sa idea we are NDC, emanko for the pilot, no. I'm a person to e-health. Into one, let's start establish this on record. The NDC started e-health in Ghana. They conceived the idea. They met the company. They told them to go do piloting. So the NDC basically, at the end of the day, when they saw the idea, John Mahama and NDC will say, no, this is a good idea. It will be good for this country. That is why the people or that company called Lightwave were given the green light to go do the pilots. Enti Yanti Bibia say when it comes to electronic, digital or digital, the same as Ghana card. The NDC started with the company. And then when the MPP came over, they took over and did their jandam. The same as e-health. The NDC gave this company the room to go do their piloting. And after that, they were going to look at it, whether they like it or not, to put some things in or take something out before they sign a contract. So the idea was started by the NDC. Now, Sir Uko Wenima, when they did the launching of the e-health, they even had a book. And as you can see on the screen, so I'm for that book, kweku Agyeman Prempe. In fact, let me enlarge it. Send a Kevin Taylor a chantro. Time omo launch you saw the book. Omo call a dignitary sa omo call event in 2017. Honorable Akosia Frima Osei Opare Satana Nhofe Okohobi. Honorable Kweku Agyeman Manu Satana Onom Jotisa Onoso Ekohobi. Dr. Efisa Zakaria, she was also there. And the lying old man, Dr. Anthony Insiasari, na Onoso Ekohobi. So all these people, they came to meet this project and then they basically launched it. Now, Now, in 2023, Ablakwa erezi issue bi eka say sa contract way all the way in 2017. Na launch contract way ema yitua hu sika. Adentina in 2023, NPP are buying asa kwakofa eye sa project and as a contract we aba a change di no sa omo de ba bejiska. Now I'm going to talk about the contract, but I want you to know people really raise objection about this contract because NPP are buying under Bawumia, Ekufuado, Kennedy Japan, Brandy Champon, Kentry, and a Kobra Japan, the snitch. Contract we almost signed in 2017. In 2023, they came back, rebranded the contract, and said they wanted to introduce it again. In 2023, Honorable Ablakwa raised that issue and basically reminded the ministry, reminded the Director General, reminded Ghana for in Parliament to say, no, this e-health, in 2017, NPP Abain signed the contract. Now, this was the document Ablakwa Ede Ebaye in 2023. Ablakwa drops bombshell on 2.6 billion dubious digitization initiative in health sector. In 2023, Ablakwa Baba Kachom say, contract we are signing in 2017. One am signing here. And then at 2023, more repackaging MIT say a different kind of contract. In this own steady document now, Ablakwa release in 2023 to let Ghanaians know say this particular document, this particular contract had been signed already, and that Bawumiani Ekufuadomono, they are repackaging it to sell to us again in 2023. Into ready this letter I'll put on the screen. Mami and Lajin on Akwasiebinka say we are making things up. Now, when you see this letter, and then Ablakwa publish it. Now, publish letter and then a name. We should date a very important. The 2nd of June 2017. And Ablakwa publishes a document on the Facebook page so because he was in Parliament telling Ghana for say MPP for Bois in 2017. Sa project we omo launch eji musika and at 2023 omo pese omo rebranding no e change dino na omo ma Ghana for dream say it's a new contract. They are lying. It is the same e-health. They wanted to give the contract again with a new name. If you check the document now, Ablakwa Edeba Abontinena, and I'm showing you, maybe I make a contract in the Now, implementation of National e-health project. Now, remember, this letter was released by the Director General, Ghana Health Service in 2017, the 2nd of June. Omwangason released document way in 2017. Kache say Ghana buying any company called Wave Light, assign a contractor, Lightwave, Anna. Yeah, assign a contractor. Omobabe implementing e-health. So Ablakwa reminded them in 2023. Now let me read a little bit of this document. And sana ya TSC contract and the damager. Agyeman Manu ni MPP Bawumiamo aye Ghana. And into the end we are having issues with NHIS. Now, we read the document now say the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Health has engaged. Remember, the date is 2nd of June 2017. Ablakwa in 2023 was pointing this letter to them in Parliament to say, this was what you did in 2017. Don't repackage anything for us to give you money again. Now, the Director General, Ghana Health Service, and it releases our letter away in 2017, the 2nd of June 2017. Team, stay with me. Okay. All right, team. Now, the government of Ghana, through the Ministry of Health, has engaged Lightwave e-healthcare services to roll out an electronic medical records and patient management system in the country. This initiative is to help streamline the admission, discharge, and transfer processes, improve record keeping, and integrate hospital data with the claims management system of the National Health Insurance Scheme, as well as enable the operation of a real-time biosurveillance system, which will support the fight against outbreaks and the spread of communicable diseases. Maza Lightwave has engaged different stakeholders. Listen, this letter was in 2017. The third paragraph will give you an idea that this project was started a year or two before the NPP came to power. When you read the third paragraph, this is what it says. Maza Lightwave has engaged different stakeholders over the last year. And this letter was released in 2017, meaning over the last year means in 2016 or 2015, when the previous administration, that was the John Mahama administration, were in power, this company was engaging. Meaning the NDC government, these people approached them for a e-health system project, and the government gave them the green light to go do piloting. Abraham signed a contract because they wanted to see what it really entails. Now, Maza Lightwave has engaged different stakeholders over the last year to gather user requirements to tailor an EMR application that suits the business process of all levels of health facilities in the country through a joint development application. That's the JADS session and user acceptance tests. Currently, the application is ready to go live after system functionalities and modules were accepted by users. Training has therefore begun in some facilities in preparation to go live. Even in 2017, when the director of the Director General, Ghana Health Service, released a letter away, Omkache Ghana for say, this project, the piloting had been done earlier on, yes, about a year or two, or say a year ago. The piloting had been done. Some of the hospitals like it. Some of the administrators think said this is good. They believe say if the government of the day can go ahead and sign a contract, it will help link all our hospitals on one platform. You can see say clearly the NDC government led by John Mahama in 2015-2016, they adopted this e-service, the e-health. They wanted the pilot to end so that they can sit and have serious conversation before they sign a contract. Into Omangasa letter from the Director General Ghana Health Service in 2017, it was clear in there that this company this contract omo estate nwedjuma piloting ama ende baby yedui ejina na also in 2017 until we are going to let it go live. Say they want it to go live. I just say be switching on. Some hospitals, district hospitals, training hospitals to start using the system. Now, so this letter, Ablakwa actually pulled it out in Parliament. Actually, Ghana for say we cannot allow the NPP to sell one contract to us twice. And also, ebaye. Yedidi Ablakwa tem if you saw ayawuneni. A crime, Kronwa Agyeman Manu and NPP abayin eboye. Dr. Insiansari, Kwekwa Agyeman Manu, One Okoboy, these people who took over the ministry and the Kufuadono, deliberate Kronwa in Kofowe a boy in Ghana. And Omudi share contract bimwa. At the end of the day, we say, then a whole government, a term contract, or term data, Ghana health data. Ediamo be say, Tina Krobiso, Ubufua Dumuno, yen to me access data of Ghana Nibia when it comes to our healthcare. So wakuma to yema na waso eno na AC wa Ghana. So the contractor Agyeman Manu ni MPP for signing the Ghana Health Service data management system edima this company. And say we are giving everything to you. We are not even going to be like BOT or build, operate, and transfer. There's nothing. Take it. So wakuma to yema mayen yusu. So ubufua turn it off. And no na ye implications. Na edie na ema side we baso. It is because a new government came into office and the government started asking questions about this contract. The government looked in the books and said, no, somebody is taking us for granted. Obi e riaye, obi e di dream. So all that the minister and now the government of the day through the ministry, they basically said they needed a forensic audit into this contract. And no, and I'm a company and call for a turning off the data system, the management system, the health management system, no, the health, no, a company no not turning off because they don't understand why the government of the day is questioning some part of the contract and their part if they have been able to fulfill almost part of the contract. No? So that company led by Otiko Jaguar's brother, they have turned off a data system protect Ghana, your healthcare no. Into the problem you are seeing today. MP 40 TV so catch us say John Mahama needs for and carrying a cash and carry na no omoboa. They know what they did and ye ba be chechiri mu achrew eye krono a MPP for boy and krono still they need to answer. And why today Ghana Health Service for your call hospital say and the manual way and ye betumi di agi data if we say Agyeman Manu ne MPP ba wo miane ekufo adomo they turn the server off. Omni company we sign contract say omubufu a omuntene that server na etumima hospitals no access data no. And Ministry of Health Ghana and MS Lightwave Healthcare Solutions Limited subject a National E-Health Project Phase 2 implementation of electronic medical records and patient management system for the health sector. Contract number MOH/E-Health/PHS2/2019, March 29th, 2019. March 29th, 2019. Now, maybe kind contract need a womb. Sana beya we Ghana nina ochina sorry. Na MP before akwatena TV so radio so some omutum futurugu aka say dabi. Mo na ma cause problem no. In fact, I was say mudem. Momianko contract nim. When you read the background of the contract, Anna Ostati read the contract now we mbesho. And I maybe can actually nyabutre. And remember, contract we na it costed $186 million. $186 million. That is the contract sum. $186 million. And they were going to do the contract in stages. $186 million. Now, no, $186.7 million. So that's $7 million. That's not dangerous. 700,000. No. $186.792 million. So that's 792,000. Crew. Now let's read the contract and what it's in there. Where a contract which was signed by the NPP government. Agyeman Manu, Nana Dan Kufuor approved it in cabinet. Oneba Omiamu nyina approved the contract with our cabinet. They sat down and approved it and said they should sign the contract. $186.7 million. Now, Yankwenim, this agreement made the 24th day of March 2019 between Ministry of Health, PO Box M44 Accra, in the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana, on one part, and MS Lightwave Healthcare Solution Limited. Moving Pick, Independence Avenue, 3rd floor, Accra, in the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana. There's a contract with Krampono. A young conforno, address no Krampono, a moving pickle. Government of Ghana, Ministry of Health, the address by. In conforno address no a moving pick, but it's not necessary. Let's move on. Now, whereas the purchaser accepts suppliers' quotation for certain goods and service, I'm sorry, I can't see the other word. Deployment of the Ministry of Health's National E-Health Project Phase 2, which includes implementation of electronic medical records and patient management system for the health sector. Contract number MOH/E-Health/PH52/2019. Now, uche contract nima de wom nie items and a description of items. Nyoma omototo ana jumadi omubedi ema contract we ejina naso. Now, Ministry of Health, National e-Health Project, Implementation Electronic Medical Records and Patient Management System for the Health Sector. The National e-Health Project Phase 1, which included a rollout of the e-health architecture in the Central Region, successfully completed in December 2017. In the contract, you know, say the year before, now what we call a year piloting had been done in the Central Region. And which year was that? 2015. Because they came into power, 2016. They came into power 7 January 2017. Now, Oko Enima. Central Region successfully completed in December 2017 in a vast number of health facilities, including the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. The Ministry of Health, MOH, subsequently engaged the Public Procurement Authority and the Ministry of Finance, assistances and support in preparing the rollouts of the e-health project nationwide. In July 2018, the e-health project nationwide, in July 2018, following extensive negotiations which in July 2018, following extensive negotiations which included a value for money audit, PPA granted approval to e-health project phase 2, including a budget of 186,729,946 Ghana and sole source requests. That means, almost say, in 2018, July, and a Ghana buying through the PPA, almost sign a contract way, and contract way no, na a sole sourcing, obia and compete. So okay, in Siasari interview that botcher na, they said they were engaging other companies to also do other piloting. Send a beya omobenya competition to, at the end of the day, give the contract to the company that they think they deserve. But so already contract now, it was so sourced. That means yembe tendering no, yama obia opportunity say some more experience kra omombra. Remember, this company was actually registered in 2015. So there could have been a company that was registered in 2010 that had more experience than this company that was given the company a contract in 2019. But the NPP government did not open the tendering. They did not allow any company to also come in and show them what they can do. Maybe the new company, if they had opened the door for other companies to come in, they would have come in with a lesser deal, whereby Anke Edu $186.7 million. But what this NPP government did in 2017, and they closed it up. And 2018, they made sure, through the PPA, they have signed the contract. Omamasa approval, so sourcing. Inti, tiasie, so sourcing started day one for the office. They decided to give contracts to people or companies they feel omwankasa enkwana wose yejuma. Remember, NDC was this company approached the NDC government. They told them to do pilot. They did not say we are going to sign contract to you. So the probability of NDC bringing in other companies to also come and show them what they can do or open up the tendering process, it was high. At this point, the NDC did not tell this company, say, after you finish the pilot, it is automatic that you're going to get a contract. For all you know, there were other companies that were trying to reach NDC to also do another pilot in another part of the country to prove to NDC government, say, but what the NPP did was, power and block it, and say, company way, so sourcing, ma obia mbemu omunkwane de $186.7 million na ebemomo. Now, yanko enim. Contract na me ready chiro. So this is what it says. In March 2019, the Ministry of Finance approved a budget of $100 million for phase 2 to align with the MOFEP funding. Phase 2 of the National e-Health Project has been abridged. Phase 3 will include remaining facilities. Phase 3 will include Phase 3 will now be added at the completion of phase 2 to include remaining facilities. The National e-Health Project phase 2 is being set up in 3 milestones. So as you can see down there, you see, say, your teaching hospitals, regional hospitals, district hospitals, and the amount that has been released, $39.6 million. $39.6 million. Now, let's move on with the contract. Me read the contract in the party be actual because me besa me show adiebi MPP aban sorry. Now, already the other part of the contractor, there's a reason why in tia yenya abutra ye pese reading nyina because you nim me pese me show adiebi aban we NPP aban we anything na menya abutra me den release ni nyina kakra na nyina yakan. Now, scope of work ejuma omobeye. As you can see from the beginning, bidin catch them me ready ejuma company we ebeye streamline patient management in all health facilities in the health sector. This will include both insured and non-insured patients, and it will consist of the following: the networking of all core activities related to patient registration, service management, claims management, and data reporting in health sector at the health facility level. It will also cover the electronic management of medical records, outpatient and inpatient services, all diagnostic services and pharmacy services, and will include such services as mortuary services and all auxiliary services related to patient care. 2. Each service point will be linked to the revenue and claims system. This will enable claims to be processed automatically on patient-to-patient basis. Claims will compile automatically at specific periods. The system will have built-in checks to facilitate claims management and will prompt the NHIA when there are deviations from the standards. Now, the system will be configured to calculate selected indicators automatically to provide indications of performance and to help continuous monitoring. So basically, ejuma na almost say contract na almost sign on. Ejuma e was say omo ye nyina no. Basically, system management. Patient omo NHIS so any even patient na omo ye de omo NHIS so omo ebeje omatum omo yenje omo nto ho omo beda ho omo nda ho the way much nyina ka ho just say basically they were putting the whole health system in one package so we can all access it. Yana citizenry no ebe easy for us to access healthcare. And my services so easy for them to provide the services. I'm talking about the health facilities. Indeed, this was something that idea na ebeboa. Now, so uko wenim our contract anymore. There's something that you will see. Sanyo man am listening in actual almost I was set in conforno a provide no. You also see over $100 million no. So we share data analysis. Receive data directly from all registration points and claims from each facility, verification at the district health administration. Most of all parameters for verification will be automated to check wrong entries. So basically, it was like a safe check. It was like a security check for our health system. Our health system now will be regularized. Obia entumi wuramu keke enye de opebia ye betumi as streamline no se ne be ya Ghana ni bi te bekwai na okọ hospital it will be easy. See agire sebi obi ho kakra ni kote mortuary your data on the number of people ebi omowu at a specific district hospital, regional hospital. You bring data about everything when it comes to our health. This at the end of the day, the infrastructure in Abekanwa is getting to $186 million. And I showed you the breakdowns are there. The whole thing you need to understand is say Sasika we ye tamuma one company. say provide services we. Now remember, SaaS services we are providing no, software, hardware, nyoma o de beba. In fact, see master, you can say master. Sa ade na mu a MTN for po tintin bi no, because you need some satellites, servers, computers, laptops, iPad, nyoma bebre to make sure this thing is integrated well. It's not just about signing, it's about the provision from a company now over providing services. No? All these things now, the company should be able to provide it. And it's a tam Ghana Sika and MPP tam Ghana Sika $186.7 million edema sa company. No? Now, Oko contract ni mua. Let me show you something. Already some part of the contract. This is what it say. Now this agreement, witnesses are no. These are the witnesses. Witness say witness say contract no. Into the witnesses now. You will see their names here. Nipa wemo ena edi omonsa share contract na say. Edi omonsa share the other company no Lightwave for so edi omonsa share. So these are the witnesses contract no. In witness whereof the parties here to have caused this agreement to be executed in accordance with their respective laws and day and year first above written. Inti contract no witness a contract $186 million contract no omunye. Osha on behalf of the purchaser just say purchasing nyoma no shama no ye purchase the government of Ghana ye na sebio nyoma na ba abedi djuma no ye na ye to ye na ye atofo provide services no ye na ye purchase services no enti obi a all sign ama ebia no the witnesser all sign ama menewo the government of Ghana ye ni Ghana fo nyina no enti omo sign ye no Kweku Agyeman Manu ni signature na wo no signature Minister for Health and I will share Honorable Minister for Health ne stamp any sisu no and oba nipa na ono so edi adanse ma Minister of Health no your friend Nana Kwabena Ejei Mensa ono ne signature na ono Chief Director Ministry of Health no Ministry of Health Chief Director and a witness ma the Minister of Health enti Ghana for no ye tumu sign a contract and a minister Agyeman Manu ko sign a contract we enkofo no so nipa o sign ma omono your friend no Samson Jaba ono na ye okutukwe Jaba ni brother no ono so oti Atlanta abroche no America the signature no ono na the CEO of Lightwave company no ono na company ne dia o ye Ghana ni oti Atlanta ono na sign ye and a nipa or witness man no anasa oya dansifo ana adansimuni ejine mu man no e witness ye no your friend Sulemana Abdallah I think something like that. On the signature on the CEO the partner on so I would say and to her date now February 4th 2019 and I'm yes so as you can see there omunyina essence sign here and you say Ghana buying any a year Lightwave for a signed contract. Now in a contract there were so many things that they were expecting this company to provide. Send ebeya e-health no sebio ebeye ejira na so ma sebio problem biansi. Na company did they provide the services? Time na de mo so provide no. Did they follow the time? I'm talking about the duration. Juma di omuka say omoba bedi no. Did they actually do it? And these are questions are obebusa won say adentina enda yeti hey ura hospital a nyoma e wosanka unhu se ekoso e-health sebio data no yebusa information wosanka doctor tumi bo na ohu baby a wo yare the last time about hospital sebio se okọ hospital asenkregwa na ote oboase a adentina doctor ntumi hu se okọ district hospital bi wo asenkregwa na time a wonyem no ye wo tetanus ana ye wo measles adentina ndo ntumi nye because sa nyoma na nanka wo se sa company we are ye tia $186 million more no. That is their job. They were supposed to be able to build a system whereby everywhere you are in Ghana, when it comes to health provision, and as a health facility, your data information who be an anchor doctor to him no etumi emia computer so no who say Kwame Amoako yawo bekwai yawo 1972 wo Kwame Amoako wo diabetes 27th April 2017 wo hospital bi Techiman government hospital no omoma withdraw we senom edro no omoma 2 times onom ye and they pese ma withdraw we but ye hwe no omo ye test bi hu say o yare no se bi atie no ye ma wo say draw we ya obe yare more enti saa nyoma no na nka wo se nkofo we ye did they do it? Now, mama yenkom na minjujwa bibi munchira. The facts of the case ni nyina say. In March 2019, the Ministry of Health signed a 3-year contract valued at 100 million with Lightwave Healthcare. Enti contract no almost signing in stages. Enti almost mankofon $100 million. And I'm gonna say use it because contract no a 3-year contract. Inti started now using your infrastructure side, your your software side, your hardware side, your different sites are obeying kakaka KSMT. Abani mo musika say start building it. Now it is a obese me breaking it down out as easier. In 2019, the Ministry of Health signed a 3-year contract valued at 100 million with Lightwave e-health solution to deploy a comprehensive health information management system across 950 facilities nationwide. Into contract ni muno, nanka also mo provide saa nyoma ni nyina in 950 hospitals in Ghana. Into contract na me kan kire no, ye wi aba publish contract ni nyina, it is in there. Now also mo provide 950 hospitals in Ghana. Now also munyina enya sa services no. Also munyina uko sa hospital ni bia o Ghana. Say o be kwai na obi wo streamer. Doctor no wo stream no. Oko computer so also hu nipa no free be kwai eba stream no ni information. Into 950 hospitals na nka also mu provide sa services we nyina omu wia na ma jom sika ko. Now, by 2022, by the year 2022, Lightwave had not delivered the 950 facilities required under the contract. After about 3 years, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, about 4 years, now Lightwave, to deliver. They have not been able to deliver. Now, the ministry therefore granted an additional 2 years. Granted 2 more years extension, expiring on the 31st of December 2024. In the first place, contract near signing no krapono. Senka ushema anka Lightwave for obobu contract no. In fact, at the end of the day, no, Oma call against the contract and they have breached the contract. But interestingly, the MPP government extended the contract again to 2024 December 31st. Remember, 2024 December 31st and a NPP free power. But in 2022, no, contractor omdeman ko for we are now also provided 950 facilities or Ghana, some kind of services now provide here. No, they still extended it again to 2024 December. Now, what happened after that? And I say, at the end of the extension, 31st December 2024, Lightwave had still not fully completed the scope, prompting the ministry under the leadership of Honorable Kobra Minka Atkando to initiate a comprehensive forensic audit to determine the true status of work delivered. Now, the reasons were simple: non-performance, the extent of delivery versus payment, and any gaps in hardware, software, and integration. This was to guide the ministry in any future decisions about the said contract. Enti Minta Akando Soba office no, and who say contract way company near the moment no deliver it. Enti right now he was looking at Nyoma also company deliver when it comes to hardware, software, every single thing about sa contract no. When say the own no paper no so no, enya hu sika ne yetua mankofo no. Some monies have been paid to the company, but the provision nyoma na omodi aba no, eni nyoma na sika de amom no encorrelate just ensiso. Inti Akando ka say no. Then I'll see a BA forensic audit into this contract because in a contract, 950 facilities are all Ghana and provide these services. On paper, we are not seeing that. On the ground, we are not seeing that. Some payments have been made to this company. It's a payment in my company for what work done. And then Akando started say they should open a forensic audit into it. And then my company ni bufu ya na motewa or turning off server no. In the side glitches na munya nansenya oko hospital yes service ni adwuma and national health insurance say no because Akando started sadie we no and a company na MPP ni almost sign a contract. I'm from Arabian to say say data no we also have the right to control it no. The MPP government under their insiasari any Agyeman Manu no they lifted our data, our national data when it comes to health and of the company no we don't have any say in it. Inti Akando activate forensic audits no and a company in bufu and turn it off server no. Inti every hospital in Ghana you realize that it was down because the company wanted to prove to Akando say do not open investigations into the contract I signed with the MPP government. Now again Akando mabehua they were questioning the system and calling for a forensic auditor ama a lightwave company no edum server no. And the MPP 40 TV so ka say John Mahama ban Akando mo ministry no and na omo nya dwuma ye ye ba be ko inside the wagon na we specifically sika ye de man kofo we any edwuma a omo amfa nye any atra omo twa ye any sika omo gye ye ansa na NPP every power. Now when you move forward audit findings into omo auditing. This is what they found in the auditing. Verified facilities. The audit has confirmed that only 450 facilities have been fully delivered. They were supposed to deliver 950 services to 950 facilities. Omuye audit, no, Omu will say 450 facilities have been fully delivered, installed and verified as operational. Less than 50% of the original 950 facilities. Because 950, uchemu mienua, enye what we were expecting. Meaning, a company, no, after taking the money they took, no, they have not been able, even after the extension by the NPP government to 2024, no, they've still not been able to even provide about 80% of Agyeman and also services. No, they have been able to provide even less than 50% of the services. Out of the 950, no, only 450 hospitals in Ghana and then integrate onto the e-health services. Now, contract performance and payments. The total amount paid to date to Lightwave is 76,886,010 Ghana cedis. Even though they have not been able to provide even about 70 or 80% of the services they were going to provide to the 950 facilities around the nation, no, Omo provided only 450. No, yetia sikano that $100 million in Kenyamomo. No, Omo tiemu $76 million. They have not even been able to provide 50%, but they have paid them $76 million. And you ask yourself, ejuma de mao, unye ejuma pondu 50%. Aya then a tam sika 100 million, $76 million de mao. You have to ask yourself why. Now, the audit also revealed that the sum of $10.6 million was paid to the Lightwave in excess of work done. Almost said to $10 million be the my Lightwave for now. Ubuso almost says $10 million na obian to me ma answer. $10 million before Agyeman Manu NPP Bawumia Ekufuado cabinet every office no. In December, they apart from paying the $76 million no, some $10 million was also paid to this company. And you ask to say, why did you pay the $10 million? Because Agyeman Kromunye $10 million Edema company way, because from the audit they did, Ejuma on the ground, it does not match the amount of money that was paid this company. Now, so when you move forward a little bit, this is what you see. This is what you see. Sorry. My mention, This is the Amiche. It is simple. Watch this. Payment versus delivery. Now let me show you. You see, year 1, year 2, year 3. Into 1M, 1M2, 1M3, 2M, 2M2, 2M3. Now, Mami break it down to you. Into year 1, no. Into year 1, a year day, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Year 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Year 3, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. That is how the project was being done. Into year 1, and I say M1 na, milestone 1 na. In year 1, no, almost faces womb. And a year 2, no, almost faces womb. Because the faces are, ebia, almost group, ebia, month. In 1 year, no, yeah, the 3 months by a way. Near the another 3 months away, near the another 3 months away, and now 4. Now you're 12. Now you're completely a whole year, no. Into the table on the screen now. Bibi is a milestone. It represents a faces are a year project, no. Now, ushe blue partner was na year milestone planned facilities trench value in dollars and a payment status. And the last one here, delivery acceptance status at 31st of December 2024. Sika we nyina omutua 2024 December and omutua NDC abantua sika ma sa company we. The NDC government under Akando Emma company we 1 cent. Now ushe year 1 mobilization tranche value 9.9 million. They paid it to the company. Omsi mobilization. We don't know what mobilization is. Media, I don't know mobilization. Ebia, omo puti omo together. Omo egada omo say omo bawe den. Omo beye say juma we no any friend mobilization. So they paid 9.9 million for mobilization. Year 1, M2, 10 teaching original. We are talking about facilities, no? Almost 10 teaching original hospitals. Now, tranche value, they paid them $10.7 million. Payment status, they paid it. Delivered and accepted on the 31st of December 2024. That payment went through. The MPP government paid this government for their services. Remember, they were supposed to provide services for 950 hospitals. They only provided service for 450, which is below 50%. And remember, at the end of the day, Nyoma Moka said, 950 is supposed to, at the end of the cover this money. But we have done less than 50% provision, but the payment that has been done is about 70% of payment. And to say, Ejuma send ye, any payment to send you to ya. Now, over M3, planned facilities, 60 facilities, hospitals, district hospitals, clinics. How much did they pay them? $10.5 million. Payment status, it was paid, delivered, and accepted by the provider. And year 2, and year 2 M1, no, year 2, M1, milestone 1, 120 facilities, no, so year $11.6 million. And it was delivered and accepted. Delivery acceptance status 31st of December 2024. Time Ekufuor move free office no 31st December 2024. No na sasi kan yetua mankofo wi. Year 2 M2 125 planned facilities. Omutia sika sene momo $12.1 million. Paid, delivered. Year 2, M3, tranche 3, and I said milestone 3. 128 facilities, and almost provided services. No, we paid them $11.4 million. Paid, delivered, accepted. Now, Oba subtotal na year 1 and year 2. The first year and the second year, almost say almost to me I provided services way for 443 facilities. Yaka facilities are hospitals scattered around the nation, clinics, district hospitals, regional teaching hospitals, almost 443 out of the 950. No, we had paid them $66.3 million, delivered and accepted. Now remember, year 3, which is still when the MPP were in office, that is 31st December 2024, they made some last payment before they left office. That is year 3. That is 31st of December 2024. They made this payment before 31st December 2024, before Ekufuado Efri office. Now, how much money did they pay? Year 3, milestone 1, almost provided 157 facilities around the nation with services. They paid them $10.6 million. Paid. Ongoing, 7 accepted. And that is what triggered the audits. That is what triggered the forensic audits. Into a kind of power office, and this bar office said, no, this payment that went in the last time, we need to look at it very well, because it looks like the services that has been provided, it does not correlate when it comes to the payment. Into something is off. Now, idea in services now we provide here. We are taking these huge of sums of money and giving them milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3. Idea in services no more provided. Are they even actually providing the equipment, how and the number and quantity they said they were going to provide? Now, the equipment they said they were going to provide, are they world-class equipment? Are they top-notch? The durability, how long would they stay? Are they inferior products? Are they giving us something, a second-hand, third-hand product? And how are we able to check all those things? Because our information is that this Lightwave company, they basically gave the contract to an Indian company. They were just brokers technically. They did not have the technical know-how to set up all these things. So they came to Ghana with a Ghanaian leading them. They broke the deal, and our information, the information we are getting is that they basically handed this deal over to an Indian company to make sure they provide the facilities. What is happening is the broker came and actually had the contract with us, and the broker did not know how to implement all this, to build all these facilities, to make sure our data is put together. As I speak, if what we are hearing is true, then it means the Ghana Health Service, the e-health or the data of Ghana Health Service, it is in India. That is why the company can give that Indian company that was helping them build or bring these facilities together or equipments together to build this. They are the ones, if they give them instructions, they will turn the server off. And that is what just happened recently. Now, nyamana almost providing. And if those things they say they are providing, did they check? Did they do any due diligence? Because nyamana mo de banadoso. Nyamana are inferior. Are they quality things? The laptops, the iPad, the whatever they said they are providing, are they quality stuff? Now let's go and see some of the equipment they said they were providing. MPP for Tiomuka a year, an amount of $68 million. Come, where are they hiding? Okay, this one's gone. Now, hardware analysis. This is the hardwares. Nyoma we no almost todiaba e dia be set dia she hospital biamu, district hospital biamu, send ye be ya Ghana no, ye health facility, ye health sector no, e be digitized. These are the things they said they were providing. How these things, MPP are buying Kofu with sign a contract of over $100 million. And your data to India. We don't have access to our data. Somebody turns it on and off. And that is the most dangerous thing. Items description, unit cost. You can say unit cost. your toba kubia saying and if any unit cost. Total contract quantity. Contract and you sign no sign on cars on me provide year 2 year 1 and year 2. Nyoma sign on cars on me providing in year 1 and year 2. I'll be making sure say in contract almost state to say I was say within year 1 and year 2 sign your money in hospitals in enya sign your mano. Filled amount so filled na dodua e filled no and a variation say NCC near sign amba and a sign a buy ya can kaya sign on provide and sign on provide and a variation amount the woman provide no no born a saying so I'm can some 20 helicopter a iPads ko ha na say 10 the ko ya 10 na amba no ne boy is saying because remember you tia almost 70 over $70 million and $70 million that you tia no sa sika dia mo no sa sika nyoma we nyina ebi amba no ni nyina hyem into technical all right, let's look at the equipment. Now, hardware analysis. Omukasombe provided 15,312 tablets. 15,312 tablets nationwide. Now remember, Omukache say Ombeto tablets bakubia $475. $475 tablets. Number some better tablets bakubia $475. In fact, your publishing contract now, you go and read a year contract now. Ube tablets no, almost specs. Ebi use Pentium, Pentium womb. There are some tablets a use i3, i2. But say a Pentium womb. Now. Omo kase tablet bi omo ton no market ne so omo ton maye baku bia $475 and omo so omo beton 15,312 na maye. Now at the end of the day first year and second year 15,000 tablets no omo to me 7,707 penny buy. Now oko filled in the swa dia uhunu wo ho no 4,067 on the field. That means so facilities no ko check it the in person physically only 4,067. Now that means to say by 3,640 of the tablets nobody knows where they are because in the contract also may provide 15,000 within first year and second year. $475. Omokache say year 1 and year 2, provided 7,700 tablets. And so Oko hospitals are organizing now. Tablets are holding 4,000. Now 3,640 tablets. Ye baby awo. Now 3,640 tablets no. So Oka calculating in money $1.7 million. We don't know where the tablets are. Oma famba. Tablets. Omoto tablets out or laptop. Tablets. It is so far no out of the money we have paid them no 1.72 million tablet are but imagine huska and also be provided laptops. Almost laptop be $550. Remember contract way was in 2019. That time that dollar no was 5. Don't get it wrong. That time no that dollar no 5. And na almost on laptop bia my $550. One laptop bia ka say provided within year 1 and year 2 no provided a year 9,544 laptops. Year 1 year 2 no na provided 4,474. Oko filled. Na say oko check it the amount of laptops almost the core facilities around the nation only 3,763. 711 yehu sa laptops no. Na sa 711 no o de basika mu a $391,000. Ye nim baby are those laptops no. Now desktop computer na si table so no achacha no. Ha. Eno almost say omo beton ba ku bia my $600. $600. Omo ka say contract no provided 25,799 computers for all the facilities around the nation. Year 1 and year 2, uka 2 years liboma, provided only 13,125 computers. Now, Oko field no specific hospitals around the nation. Hospitals ni nyina no, omo ka say 2 years no, omo de 13,000 buy, and so kwa you see only 7,060 computers. Now, variation which I say about 6,065 yenim baby ewo. Now, 6,065 computers no, o de basike mu a $3.6 million. $3.63 million. Computers a 6,000 no, they have not provided it year 1, year 2. Maybe they are about to provide the a year rest, which is 6,065 computers. We don't know where they are. Now, Oba BBI your friend is service. Also, the service because sa a yet your Agyeman Manu na the basic server so and on a running system no. Can say server ba could be $3,500. Each server Ghana $3,500 under MPP are buying contract signing here no. At the end of the day, total contract quantity no now almost provided 957 service in the whole contract year 1, year 2. Now as we speak, year 1, year 2 no, out of the 957 no, provided 450 in service. Now oko field echo hospitals no ko check say service no hampa only 393 service pen ho. Now 52 service yenim baby ewo o de basike mu a $41,600 and also ehye sika na yeti omunum no almost 76 million no ni nyina hyemu omaje and so provide here. Now storage devices almost say be a friend storage devices. And also no can say when it comes to storage devices no beton am a unit price $800. I don't know what storage devices because are they talking about hard drives to store all the information? I thought the service came with some very big hard drives, a bit master, but they were selling the storage devices to us separately from the server itself. So I wasn't part of the contract signing. These are all the small things they were supposed to fine tune, but the MPP said encore because some people were going to make money. Into all your storage devices now, can say I could be $800. Can say contract nature or some provided 952. At the end of the day, the storage devices provided 445. Into o check here, Oko field and this is only 393 na 52 storage devices in you. Or the bus came at $41,000. Over switches and load balancer. See if BB switches any load balancer. Sebio so muji data na ebroso ebedoso a also move bi on ahoden no ye chichechichem ye move bi kwa ha na move bi akwa ha se de be ya enkogu one edien system so a ebe corrupt ana ebe jam system no it omo bi a friend switches and load balancer. Now can say beton unit bia ma ye $4,500 single one bia no $4,500. Total contract quantity contract no now say provided 4,700 pieces. 4,700 pieces. Now, year 1 and year 2, Oka Nimbienu Boma. The 2 years no, provided a year 3,445 a year pieces. Now, Oko hospitals now Ghana 1,232 per annum, meaning 2,213 a year switches and load balances. No, ye won't be alpha or the ba a year sikemua almost $10 million. Switches and load balancer no can say ba kubia system no beton my $4,500. Can say beton a year 4,700 pieces na my. At the end of the day no 2 years no year 1 year 2 no provided 3,445 pieces. Now so Oko hospitals no checking one by one it is only a day 1,232 pieces per hour. Now say 1,232 pieces are meaning 2,213 pieces no yenim baby afa. That means so we check switches now $9.958 million. And no any sika yashre. Now access points, any cables, Omuka say ombe provide Ometomba could be my $3,500. Total contract quantity omega some be my 952. Provide 455. Filled no qua 455 it means that one the access point and cables they provided everything. Mast and grounding. Omuka say ometon mast and grounding but could be my $2,023. Omuka some provided 952. At the end of the day, year 1, year 2, provide at the end of the year 1, year 2, provide 455. Oko field now only 73 now. 327 yeni baby alpha o the bus kemua 752,000. Software, so provide software. Beton software so amaye. Say software so beton software amaye. Where your contract Agyeman Manu sign here. Now software no beton ba could be amaye $3,000. Now also provide a 952 the quantity software in pieces Now at the end of the day, year 1, year 2 now provide 443 the software pieces. Now filled Oko hospitals now 443 and provide so technically software also providing now agency integration integration contract quantity also integrate agency integration and no $2.2 million. I don't know what agency integration is. I think the technical guys will be able to break that down to us. Agency integration. And also at this point they could not provide anything. Zilch. Enti o calculative variations na yakasa variations a nyomo mo ka so mo de beba ye kohwehwe mu no emba ya omaje hu sikedi ene friend variations o keka sie ni a omo de ye car awoso mutia enti o ye variations nyina ekeka ni nyina boma close to $19 million. Now make a try mo say sika ye din kan etua nkofo wi Sika yedin kan etua nkofo we right now as we speak. Let me put the contract. Yes. I want the total amount. Sika yetua nkofo we no is $76.9 million, almost 77 million. And at 77 million at the end of the day all the tabulations all the calculations, what we came to realize and then say, 18, almost $20 million, out of the 76 million, they don't deserve, $20 million, almost $20 million, provided. It is only $20 million require free $76 million now. They are still they don't even deserve because at the end of the day, you have not done even 50% of the job, and you are being paid about 70% of the contract sum. It is wrong. You cannot pay somebody 70% of contract sum. Abra, a job done. And I say, Agyeman also on even over 50%. How do you pay for services that have not been provided? The American cannot tell you. So we are given 100%. I'll bet you sika nyina. Agyeman unyandru 50% to cry. You 70% sika, which is about $76 million or $77 million. Even that $77 million, you don't deserve no. Emu $20 million no. Nyoma kura wo so dia ba no krampo no. Yentumi hu sa nyoma ni wom. So you ask yourself, say, how did the government sit down to sign such a contract, and then at the end of the day, they turn around and tell Ghana for say, Muni bibi, and this for aba, and yase cash and carry na aba, and okwa hospital bibi anye juma, hospital bibi anye juma because MPP are buying sign a contract, with Lightwave, What they did was that they told Lightwave to take over our data, our health data, They gave it to them for good. They did not say, oh, we as a government, we as a country, we also need 90% control. And I say, build, operate, and transfer. About 3 years. Oh, build it, who operated for 3 years and give us back our data. They didn't put any clause like that. What they did was that take our health data, control everything, That company, from what we are hearing, no, omuji contracting on the India phobi. Into India for no India. Now, it's a lightweight for no at the India for car. It means the Indians have the power to switch off the server. It may be lightweight crampono at this point, from what I am seeing, no, they don't have control over our server. Lightweight might have a contract with this Indian company that they have refused to pay, and the Indian company are saying, until you pay me my money, I am not going to turn on the server. How are we going to get our data back? This is what we talk about. Anytime I just say, the MPP as a political party, they need to stay in opposition for 42 years. And every time I say something like this, every time I talk about this NPP staying in opposition for 42 years, Anna Obidje say, Metai MPP, what you are seeing here is dangerous. Because, say, investigation here, who say, light wave, for no, they did not have the capacity to do these installations. And almost subletted contract in the Indians are. Now, our data is in the hand of a company we don't even know. The same people who handed this data over to a company we don't know, no, today are sitting on TV. Afenyo Manu and Kwasi Afon catch say, and the Oko Hospital, Yasika and carry system in Yejuma. The NDC government is working hard to at least get the system running manually. This is where we are. But you see the funny thing, these companies here almost signing our contract. MPP for now almost sikano, almost 38 sikama Joy News for. They are paying money to some journalists at City News. From tomorrow, you will see them coming out to say, why is the NDC government not making sure the system is running? What is happening to our data? What is the government doing? Why are we seeing this now? It is because some people have put money in the system to be protected and to change the narrative. After this show, no, we will publish a bibia amagana for hunukura wum. Into me no tie say hospital or confanochi information in India. MPP for a sign is our contract, no. Omutia sika almost 100 million or 80 million to a company. A juma we can do 40%. Computers, laptops. Then day amuka som beba ni nyina no dodo na amba kwekwa Agyeman Manu ene Ekufuado Bawumia Kennedy Japan nyina tena cabinet Kennedy okachira mu se MP bia yeyi ni bia na ne nsa wom enti indirectly some ministers at cabinet were representing Kennedy Japan. All these people sat in cabinet and said, let us hand over our health data to Indians, because technically when you give such room and a company unlimited access to your health data, it means a corona mutinuma bodam. People have to be arrested and jailed. This forensic audit that is going to be done, so we are the Yoko should make sure they arrest the former health minister. Okoboy needs to be arrested. Every single person, and Siasari, all these people, they need to tell us, where is our health data? Where is it? Nobody should blame this government. This government is doing everything possible to make sure, say, you retrieve your data at the back. And the only way you can do that is to open a forensic audit in the money, sir. Yet to be a man called for a baby a koye. It is pizza to four. Some born a tougher. Now, the damn quick for the MPP no, and the minute way. Come for not hospital now, Mokohono. Information na wo nyina etumi ma hospital no rane okohu doctor yetumi ma woduro eka se and the NHIA o card wa ha your information nyina o papa yare ne diabetes information o papa mpese ebete o ma me mpese ebete nyoma bia ehia a e wo se de boy hospital no ban nyina no MPP aban Agyeman Manu mo sign a contract and na omode sa information nyina ma company baako and na me no ka say they atete say sa company no wo India. Now, sa company na omuni Ekufuado mo sign contract no. Na omuni sa capacity na say omunim say adwuma ne yankasa. Omude de omuye ne say omudi omunim na beji adwuma no. Omudi omunim ji adwuma no and omudane adwuma no de ma India for. And am ka che India for say yakọ Ghana omu agimi yaje omusika. Ya ne say adwuma ne yentumi nye. Your idea about adwuma no. Mo na munim sene yebetumi esipo, yebetumi esidan, yebetumi di laptop aba. Monje na monkoye. Inti enda meno ka say Ghana ban Ekufuado aban Mahama Bawumia ban no omo de Ghana ya pomuden insama ehiaye sebio ekrobia so no se wapomuden ho ehintasam ehia no se obi okuta wo man ne mene na nado dan kwakufo ado ne ba womia mo etam ni nyina de ma company se omonje na omonhwe so eni tina na nsei moko hospital a mo se cash and carry aba adekudie ntia ekasa ne se ende aban no yentumi ko computer so biem oba o national health insurance card o de ba aban tumi wura computer nim enko hu o problem o yare a wo de ba ye imbre bia wo ba ye de o se hwe ne ye de hwe mo amoko twetwa scan ne ade ade ni nyina no information e wo system no o se ekom ekon se scan ya wo kotwei wenya cancer ye beboa no sa information nyina na do dan kwakufo ado mo sign contract e de ma company bia sa company no de etete ne se omo de akoma company bi wo India now se mu se and the Oba hospital na say computer ni nyadwuma na doctors ne say munchiro ni nyina wo paper so mfa mo na ommo mo ne ntumi nya na it is because sa company na Ekufu Ado aban Agyeman Manu mu ne omo sign contract no omo ne India fo no akasa say omundum no adenti na omundum machine no ni nyina ne say NDC aban baaye no sa contract no mo beto ye no omo hu say dwirim wom omo hu say Agyeman Manu Ekufu Ado ba omia mo ediska over $100 million in one some ne yekin eni na eye akando cars ende mo mienye hwehwemu ene na ama company ni bu ofu a o maka che o monyonkofo mo India se o mundum machine no na me nuanom a mo hwem yi we de me busa otumfo nana wo te Ghana yi o medical records ebi wo UK uji UK aban ni di ene mo protect no nana o medical record ebi wo America uji America aban ni di se enya de mo bia nana me no kasei o medical record e wo Ghana hospital bia no eya aban hospital no sa record no ewo India Bantima hene o record na o yare a sebio manisi sumina so sa yare bi wo hona mpese obi bete nipa bi bete sebio ahemfo amo Ghana etitirufo sa mo yare no ho ensam eye kokoamu nsam aban ewo se omkora emamu ikishe se nipa bi ensa nka ne sa no sa ehintasem no MPP aban any company bi sign contractor omo tam ni nyina ade ma omo a ende me no kase ewo India enintina na nsemu asantememu ye ko hospital doctors ne ka che se omo computers ni nya adwuma ni nyina ne se India fo no edum no enti question yebusa ne se ebe den na ye nsaka Agyeman Manu nam Ghana o MPP fo we nam Ghana ende akando ne MDC aban John Hamamo ye bibia se company of Lightwave no omudi omeba Ghana na omone omatena se aka se hey contract na yenkofo no mo sign na enye nyoma bebre wo mu a enye ye pese ye sa etenetene ne biem because say anya sa na ya mankofo we ama na omudi anim ma contract we call so edi adwurum ya nche omantuma sebio se company na amba ye information a ebo ye ho ban eye apomudin ensam hitasam no ni nyina wo India na dia ya ne se MPP mu nipa bi afomo abomu tirim se omo mpese be hu no kure no nti omo tuatua journalist bi sika ewo Joy News se ochina ekono omo mbra meka se NDC aban no na asai enye NDC aban bia meka se wia enkrata we ni contract no me publish Ghana formo MPP mu omo ntam no omo nkenkan kire mo moko eye radio na eso kankan no wuntumi na ewo kumasa na edada mo no so mutuma kenkan a monka so monkenkan ni nyina sibia kavitila kenkan ye no no mundidwo munkyira mo na mo a mundi no kure mudi MPP nkwasiafo we chi dada mo no monkan kyira mo se ade a mudi aye mo no sebio omakumu abrem ase enti ye Ghana ni na ohweme anadwo ya asem we nya asem a edafom ma program we omo launch it twice we na black aka no okajam se na se program we omo launch in 2017 ayede na 2024 yeba beto aba omi abeka che se o sa launch program no because 2017 am launch program no and am sign a contract 2019 eyede na 2024 agama abeje mic ebu ni tirimuko e de se konko e ka che se ono omo sa be launch LMS no as a new thing and na ema NDC for raise objection say ablaka kwatwe letter by say no 2017 mo yeden mo elanchi adewe adenti na gama asa begina ye twatro eno na modidi na tem eno na yenya journalist bi a omutuetu omuka ete say Kobna Sante kwase ampanyi begina o say Ablakwa is doing too much o Kobna Sante yare wo ho ebe 77,000 and the docket eda India Anopa tutu story uhu bema. Uchu mua uhu bema. O docket at the India. Odo kwasiati radio so kase. A black is doing too much. A black is doing too much. Wo o docket o yare at the India. And some kwasiadi we na moti Ghana na moye. Instead of you people to probe and question politicians. NPP at this point, National Health Insurance now problem about NPP. Now, John Mahama and the NDC, I can't need to find a way to solve this problem. And you see another problem. In Kwasiafo or China, because I'm a party for Mudiomochi, Jimmy, JSS Penomuyenti, they cannot, they think it's Obie Jimmy or China. Omako Cheche scammer journalist or Joy News. I know about 3 of them. They have given them money. Asempa, Omajiska, Obi, Komna Sante, One eye Dominic, Omajiska, Ochina, and Omestate Jandamno, and Nintina Ende made a document naba. And Nintina Ende made the contract naba. After the show, my team will publish every single document. Team, how many pages? The document is how many pages? We will publish every single page of this contract. And then we will let you know. Take your time and read it. NPP, only a dangerous political party. There you say, there's $76 to $77 million. Now the question is, some $10 million biya a what system nimuna yebuso mo say ewe no. And then the last amount of money they paid, ye nim nipa o Jesus kano. Excess of $10 million. Ubusa say excess of $10 million now. Adentina mutia sa excess of $10 million now. Obian to me can't show and couldn't tell mutia $10 million. And that is the last payment they made. They paid that $10 million, took it out of Bank of Ghana and left office. $10 million. Mate say right after elections, Agyeman Manu see a brand new hospital. Na mumbucha Agyeman Manu say, "Ejuma ben pa na oya." Right after elections, Otumi see a brand new hospital. Na time or more power. Otum say to area esra tengana. Area konfano chiye. Time na Otum say to area say janka. Area to say slave without due respect. Area a good wenima so bedrum because of apomuden ediama edian asantemino. Na osses the one city na Agyeman Manu AC ultra modern hospital, private one for himself. Time na Otum say to area. Ne nice form, ne nsagu ne nsem, wabu nkotodwe ewa santiman, esresre one city, ede akwe konfo no che no, na eyesewia egu ho epro. Sa time no, na ede konfo no che epro. Sa time na afari epro. Na otumfo sebio, wa esa akwa, esresre sika, one city ede akwe hospital. Na akwa we asane contractor, na ono AC ultra modern hospital. Eye dan ye so sankwasi asem we so besi hanne. Weja. Intiminjai obodam. Yebusa simple questions. How did we get here as a people? How did we get here as a nation? How do we allow the contract, pages, 51 pages. We will publish it tonight. 51 pages. You better publish it and a public document. Every single person should have a copy. Ochina say yoko fra kwawe na ye cheno na na yare ba na obewu a yes ye ntiase persecution. The Attorney General is going after Agyeman Manu. Wanom George why se kusie. And mene wusika ena wenya. And time obe serve ye as health minister no we see a hospital mene wumienu ye sika ntumi nsi. Onyeska no way. This is the same person Sputnik or tam eye vaccine na eye poison or be war Ghana for yebusa no say I was frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I had to do something. Into Okoshianko for being Sputnik vaccine. A drew na onim de womb. Kwasi ampenyiwe or your accountant na moye the health minister. Or num George se kusie 55 for born who say janka. Na akwa we abetina yeso say health minister. Ye ka sama yeso we nyini. Ye ka sama ye penyini. Kwasi ampenyiwe edi ajantra for chika jam so we nyini tima me yan kanasam. Na ye nyina penyini ne efie. This is the foolishness we have lived with for years. We will be monitoring the system tomorrow. And it's a caution to every single journalist in Ghana. If you want to speak on this matter, the document is available. Masa, it will get to a point. If you people try to destabilize the system by misinforming or disinforming, we will send the people to you to question you. Because MPP, we need accountability. The forensic audit needs to be done. The government of the day, they are doing their best to make sure say a system way asati yejuma. Kwasi ampenyi we na Ghana no. Obeka kire say o papa mobra. Ne ba etia brochire. We see a dan dem air condition bono. Ye dum light pen na plant asati yejuma. Kwasi we kwa brochire kohwe ne ho yare. Access Hospital enye sika. Ye the $70 to $80 million. Ye ni be sika no koye. We have shown you things are emedru ye. Say a friend ende ewo yoku na ye toto na no pe. Kwasi afo kwa bonchenku say ye demonstration. Na mo de mafa ne fo. Na nka mo ye demonstration ye bo 82 a. Kasa nkwasi ase na ya mo ye nka mo jai. Ye ti krom amamanfo kwoto aba. Ekufo de kwasi ampanyi na no hwe amoa we ebo nipa 82 okuo mu 2020. Ya nka hwe. Ya chie yufo a na mo de mugimi akogina kwa wo say ye demonstration. Da kwetu obeto. Ni ahwe de oyebe ma obegina ho atwen demonstration no. This is the nonsense you have been dealing with. San kwasi asem we ni asoso so Ghana. Ukokasa pe yes we ye panyini. Uba wiase a bebi ampanifo bedudu na jimi pa ya Ghana. Empanifo kakre bi de nim nyansa. Dudu na jimi. Because you see, they hide behind old age. They hide behind gray hair. They hide behind oya akwara. Ena okọ ewiase afa na nyina bebi ampanifo no dudu jimi ya Ghana. Bebi ampanifo dudu na ya kromfo ya Ghana. Omo intimidating kwara no with age. With who go school wine, wanaba no, ufrihe, unime, enkwasi afo we, that is what they do. This is the nonsense you have been living with. And we need to let Ghanaians, manya butra chechiri machiro, in this end, ana ochna, uko hospital, na doctors no, hot nurses neka se chro, na yan tumi enfantile system numa, enyo mo fault, eye MPP, eye Agyeman Manu, eye Kufuado ne Bawumia, Bawumia jina wakachem 2024 say ono na this program we buy and so yenye sa kwa we ya sa na Ghana ni titu aso say India ni a only di 4 months e wusu ni tiki kan kwasi asem say yen sa money to me $80 million ye ni me be skana fa akwa we sa na Ghana ha ama jimifo bi atwe Mike Didechi say Bawumia na medi president na den sebio yenye negabi yenye yen kwasi afo. The NPP as a political party omu ye nwan Bawumia, Kennedy, Brandon Champon, Kentry, all of them are stupid. If you say they don't care about you, show me prime minister the Omo Ghana ha. And today, 2016, 2020, it is coming back, and that is what is motivating them. How did such a person become a general secretary of a party? Now unim the oka or see on the oba be lead the party no na we hu say etuturafo no mbo tu oku nipa no aye from Delta Force na 2017 NPP ba power DSP nanka Bruce mo omkop tu omusu tu obu omo no o say sa boys na omura courtroom ekobo judge ni ba na onyem no o say mrantie na 2020 eto aba before 2020 ebe to aba omude obukọ ayawaso west wagoko botuo no o se emrante na 2020 to aba omuku nipa 8 no omusho soja ntade no o se enunti na oba back to the party. He's advocating for what we call vigilantism. Just say he believes say omumfa tutu afọ ne mra na wudi omubedi ye no yensan for mra nti na oba back abeli the party no ni message no Ghana mremu no. There's an act that is against vigilantism. But when we are branching, when we go for Mudinechi, this is what we keep talking about. The political message ni. Adana ye to traforama. Omo mubo to oku nipa ma ye no. Adana ye omo si nchen. Adentina na party no ye hu a ye ntumi kunipa emfa ehu enhye nkofo mu. Enti sesia no we yi nanim opeso obedi party nanim efri say on de ni focus ne say or this side to travel from Delta Force omuku nipa no sam brante no mu botuo no because ye hu omo nsa no adwuma omo kwaya waso west wagon omo bodi patuo essay nipa nan sam brante na 2020 omuku nipa nwotwe. Before that sam brante na ewura court oba tan a oya judge omo ko bu no yi ni si nchen say omo Delta Force ni ba ko court nti omo yi na pie Sanko for Weana, DSP Nanka Bruce, Jubilee House, Omunya Power, Omura Ho Echo Bush Soldier for the police for, or see on TRC say, MPP no, right now no, or no, Yama Sanko for the lead party no, and the Kudientia Yantomani Medi party, then him say, on the vigilantism no, and then hallmark, oh here, if you say, Moje Ngua, or no, party no, who is a party near ding, party between to me. That is John Boadu, Kwasiawe. Obi the two fan yiritrim, Obi the boba fan the batrim, because a Ghana, Adene yesa, and so opesa Obi babedi the chino kwe to trasem. So Obi ko boni yiritu, Obi ko boni mami tu, Obi boni bayi trimu tu, and I Obi born one two, because Adena Ghana tesa. But he is advocating that there are some young men somewhere, Omumra, they should come and join the party. They should come back. Vigilantes na ensambra back. Na omo organize yo mu biem. Na omo ndie to trust them. And the bema MPP who ama MPP are attractive. This is the party I've been talking about. Apeteshi. Hwenenim. Wanoma peteshi hwede waye. No wo kan. And it's so sad to say, ye nya penyini bi anya ohini bi. Enya Peace Council. The Catholic dian ye nya penyi bi onim nyansan kan say, hey, this is something that we worked so hard to get both parties to even sign a document to say we need to abandon what we call vigilantism in our politics. This is somebody who is now advocating adena eye act emrawo ho a yeni se obiampo et kan wasempo say they are affiliated to any group of vigilante groups biano. Today or send a campaign message no and osha hwenkwasiafo ni inwan ba mugunechi. That is what the NPP believes in. Yenku nipa yenye to trust them yenku obi nse no na yemfange to me and ntina ahemfo ni nyina ye din because they support these kinds of statements. And it's a peace council ayedin, and it's a Christian council ayedin, and it's a Catholic bishops ayedin, and it's a ahemfo akese Queen Mother akese, and it's a nkofo Ghana say yemfa ebuo momo yentumi fa ebuo momo. If you say obomu dodo ni yankwasiafo a, they cannot stop these things now. Omo China MPP agada etutrafo ni ewudifo we na ye kunipa omo yo be press conference say afane afamba tenase sankwasiasem we. And then Abranti Weka it's getting to a week. And all these foolish people, they are watching these things on their phones. All of them, they have seen these things on their phone. And the criminal media, they have acted as if someone say, this is the plan of the party. This is what the NPP intends to do. Where about Omia group of Onibia? And you see, we were all against, we were speaking against, That is what they think can bring them back to power. The NPP as a political party, now they think these things, these are the only things that can bring them back to power. Either to trust them, either some Mekunipa, either say Delta Force on the back, they don't have any message. Now let me read the act. Sir, act now etia vigilantism. Let me read it for you to hear for yourself. Mecho ade we are John Boadu no nanka say IGP emeye kwache no that night. Yeah. Now say IGP me no. Now when you read the act, when you go up, Vigilantism and Related Offences Act 2019, Act 999 of 2019. Now when you read the act, this is what it says. Prohibition of vigilante groups and activities. A person shall not directly or indirectly form, organize, operate, or promote the formation, organization, operation, or activities of a vigilante group. It is straightforward. They need to arrest John Boadu. The Ghana Police Service, they need to invite him. Because he is basically doing advocating, promoting the formation of a vigilante group. Okay, or see a Delta Force near him back. Delta Force, what does it represent? It represents vigilantism. It represents death. It represents chaos. It represents mayhem. So what is this guy advocating for? And the act states it clearly. If any person shall not directly or indirectly, and this guy stood on national television, on TV to say directly that they need to form a vigilante group again. Why is he walking on the streets of Ghana? the act is supposed to work. The law is supposed to work. Hey, say I'm running organ near Juma, because you're fooling come to jail. Now, who him now read the actor. This is what the act says. A person shall not take part in the activity, act as a member, or subscribe to a membership of a vigilante group. 4. No, 2. Sorry, I didn't read the 2. A person who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 10 years and not more than 15 years. Inti nipa obeye sa obegina nipem akasa yente vigilante group yen for omumra no omebebo party no embebo nipa emesen sa nipa na ose de ko to efiase 10 to 15 years. Adana John Boadu nenam ho. And any Ghanaian can basically petition the Ghana Police Service to make sure this guy is picked up from this statement. And he said, me minimize the way, na me bo video ni chirawa. Uba will say act 1, any 2, 3. This guy called the section 1, 2, 3. John Boadu needs to be jailed. He needs to be arrested by the Ghana Police Service. Listen to motivating the dogs behind him. What did you say? Vigilante group is coming back. Delta Force is coming back. Now, when you read the act, IGP, you need to arrest this boy tomorrow. And yes, sir, from now to the end of the year, you'll not be happy with me. This fool, John Boadu, he needs to be arrested. There's an act. Anytime you read, Now, when you read point 4, a person who contravenes subsection 3 commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 10 years and not more than 15 years. 5. Despite a provision in any enactment, a person who takes part in activity of a vigilante group armed with an offensive weapon commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years. Despite subsection 2, 4, and 5, a person who is convicted for contravening subsection 1, 3, or 5 is disqualified from holding any public office. Any public office, political or political party office, until at least 10 years have elapsed from the date of the conviction or after the end of the sentence. Now, clearly, the John Boadu, he cannot even contest. He should not be given a position to contest as a national executive in the NPP, because the police needs to arrest him. He needs to be charged. Either he spends 10 to 15 years in jail, and even after that, he's not supposed to come close to anything called NPP executive position. Now, when you read point 4, aiding and abetting of an activity of a vigilante, I didn't say, wona wo boa, o kikagum, o susu jagum, se eye ekuo etuturafo kuo wei, embe jina ne naso, embra, embe dintini, endi bone no, yese woso wo die nie. A person shall not directly or indirectly instigate. You can say instigator, and na John Boadu yeno, or you, or so, or kekejagum, or start a kekan call for tribum says, Sane here, when I was say ye, I was say a deba. Sa with this same way, and I was say, ye cambo man sabe ye juma. He's instigating. Obi ohano to the baby, now a vigilante ni. Onye na aju so beye John Boadu catch and said, this is the time to come and murder. This is the time to come and kill. Into 4 now, a person shall not directly or indirectly instigate, command, counsel, procure, or solicit any other manner, whether by a personal act, presence, or otherwise, an activity of a vigilante. When you read this act, John Boadu needs to be in jail. When you read the act, and you see the funny thing, what John Boadu has done, it does not expire. That is the funny thing. Nobody should think, say, Sadena about John Boadu ayena, your audio, ayabo, any video, no. It never expires. So it can be activated any day from today. Tomorrow he can be called. Tomorrow he can be charged. Next month he can be called. Next month he can be charged. After their primaries, he can be called, charged, investigated, and put to court. So The crime he has committed, it will never die. John Boadu needs to end up in jail. We need to set an example. You see, and I'm calling on the Peace Council, the Christian Council. They are the ones who are supposed to lead this charge and be like, John Boadu needs to face the law. I am calling on the Peace Council. I'm calling on the Christian Council, the National House of Chiefs. I'm calling on the Catholic bishops. John Boadu, you are the people who are supposed to lead this charge and call for John Boadu to be brought to book. Because if you don't, I am going to send this warning to all of you. The Peace Council, the National House of Chiefs, the Christian Council, the Catholic bishops, all this Islamic Council leadership. If you people don't advocate that John Boadu faces the court, the law, John Boadu is arrested and prosecuted, none of you people should rise up one day and speak about peace in Ghana. Because you can see clearly what the act says. I have played a video of what the guy said. Nobody in their right senses can tell me John Boadu never or hasn't committed a crime. I did not build this act or put it together. You people sat around the table and put this act together. You, the Christian Council and Peace Council, led this charge. It is your responsibility to make sure John Boadu faces the law. If you fail to lead this charge, if you fail to lead this charge, I'm sorry, I'm talking to my team. If you guys fail to lead this charge, you, the Peace Council, Christian Council, Muslim Council, traditional House of Chiefs, you will not like Ghana youth. That will be the end of you people, your influence on Ghana politics. Yes. Sadiachi, no, because of politics. A group of men, because of politics. Some people germinate and start attacking people in Ghana because of politics. You people will be held accountable because we have the chance to set the record straight. We have the chance today to use John Boadu as a scapegoat. We need to use John Boadu as a deterrent. You people have seen this video. I have read the act. You people pretend the same muhushi. Ni abesha di oye bema owo shwa wo Ghana say asema si ye Christian Council mote ho na ye behwe junso egum so live TV so. The system needs to work. The law only applies to the poor, the vulnerable, the weak. We will let the law apply to every single fool in Ghana. John Boadu is not above the law. A petition will be sent to the IGP. A petition will be sent to you. A petition will be sent. John Boadu needs to be arrested. And you, the IGP, Mr. Yohonu, your credibility is on the line. The CID boss, you people, your credibility is on the line. Pretend as if what you have seen. We are going to send the videos to you. Pretend as if what is going on, you've not heard it. Near Tia, you, the CID boss. Afenyo Manu slapped a police officer in uniform. You, the CID boss. Why I want to say, media and Kamasem, I'm a nice woman. I media can speak grammar. You need brew also we need Ghana. You the CID boss. Afenyo Manu slapped a police officer. You threw that matter into a trash bin. You are walking in Ghana Banche with a drawers and pretend and say you are Mrs. Nice. Nobody can speak in your face. I will speak in your face. You are not better than any police officer in Ghana. If a member of parliament are stretching in public to slap a police officer and you, the CID boss and IGP, you are walking in a forerunner that you don't respect any police officer in Ghana. You people are despicable because why is IGP, why is the CID boss, why are you people sitting there and not making sure the right thing is done? You said you open an investigation. What happened to that investigation? CID boss, what happened to the Afenyo Manu assaulting a police officer who was protecting him? What happened to the investigations? You people have no credibility. And I'm going to put you people on my show every day. It means you are being selective when it comes to application of the law. You people are picking who to torment and who to frustrate in Ghana. You cannot apply the law when it comes to your own colleagues and friends. You people have become a problem to Ghana. You, the CID boss and IGP, you are the most corrupt people right now. Until you people bring Afenyo Manu investigation for us to see, I will tell Ghanaians that you are the most corrupt people in Ghana today. What is going on in Ghana? Today, his fellow politician, his fellow MPP man is standing on national television telling us to bring back vigilante against the act. He's encouraging young people to go out there and kill people. And the IGP is sitting there. The CID boss is sitting there. You think it's a joke? You think it's comedy? The law needs to work. A member of parliament slapped a police officer for crying out loud. And you, the CID boss, you want a police officer to protect you? When you leave your house, you expect a police officer to sit in your home and protect your house? You, the IGP, when you go to bed, you want a policeman to be sitting in a mosquito and protecting you. But a politician is assaulting a police officer. You have it on camera. You want to pretend you've not seen it. So do you expect every police officer to see you as a friend? One day, these same police officers you people don't care will turn against you people. And we have seen it over the years. It is about the way you treat them. It's about the way you make them believe in the uniform they are wearing. It is about you people showing commitment. You took an oath to make sure the law applies irrespective of the person in front of you. You people are being selective when it comes to the law. The IGP and the CID boss, you are being selective about who can be arrested and who can't be arrested. Why is John Boadu walking and why is Afenyo Manu walking? What kind of nonsense is this in Ghana? Did we bring you people into office to come and do beauty pageant? Come and sit there and laugh? You IGP came to the US. You went to New York. You saw the FBI. You went to police officers. You saw the professionalism they applied to their job. You come here, you come and stay in a hotel, you enjoy yourself, you go back to Ghana and see police officers like mad people. No protection for them. Politicians using police officers like wipes. Is that the kind of police that we entrusted into your hands? You said you have experience. The reason why majority of us were supporting you was because people said you have the experience. You respect the police force. Today you have been an enemy of the police. The CID boss has become another actor all around. And we are sitting and watching you people. No respect for the law. No respect for the rule of law. You people sitting there and do anything else. These people are supposed to be called. We want to get to the bottom of the investigations. Afenyo Manu's investigations. He assaulted a police officer in uniform. We want John Boadu to be called to the police. He needs to be prosecuted. I swear to God, if you people think it's going to be politics and normal things as usual, things have changed. If you don't hold on to the power you have to make sure it works, people will override you people like chicken. This man is a liar. And over the weekend, I was listening to the petitioner. And you can see clearly say, the letter now petitioner, where the letter was supposed to go to get a response, the letter did not get there. So it is looking like this GTEC, this man, Jenapo Edi Enimuno, GTEC is not a credible institution. In fact, so our Ghana and the GTEC catcher will say, you are an institution, you are an individual, and that they don't want you to use the title. You should be able to take them to court for this man to prove to Ghana for say, does he even have that qualification and credibility to be leading GTEC, to be signing documents off? I don't expect anybody in Ghana to get up and say GTEC say this institution paid almost checks, it is not accredited. It does not pass the test, and that this individual, to them, their doctor title or whatever title they have, it should be taken away because a man, an imposter, somebody who cannot prove to Ghanaians and the world to say he is qualified to be the Director General of GTEC is still sitting there. He's not been able to prove to Ghana for say, or no maybe because what is he hiding? At this point, I was expecting this Jenapo man to have a press conference to prove to Ghana for say, I am Jenapo. Every single question that was asked, I am going to answer them and prove it. Papa went to me. He's hiding behind his deputy to be releasing some fake documents and telling us to say, oh, Mr. Jenapo there, he has been to this school. Everybody has been to a school, but prove to us how you became a professor, an associate professor. So this Jenapo Abdullah is a liar. And I don't expect anyone in Ghana. He has been going around. You see, what he does, it is personal. When he has personal issues with you, he will indirectly use the GTEC to fight his personal battles. And that is what this man is doing. And we are not supposed to entertain such a man who is deliberately putting himself in a position to destroy people. There are so many institutions in Ghana. Universities, this man is saying, they are not accredited to operate or to run in Ghana. It is a personal fight. This guy, a deliberate. He wants to destroy even people's investment. There are some schools in Ghana, universities in Ghana. This man, GTech itself, gave them accreditation to run as an institution in Ghana. And then at the same GTech is able to tell us the next day, say, they don't recognize such universities in Ghana to be running. It is deliberate. It is because a political position or person for he has issues with politicians, and that he believes to say the more he destroys people, because majority of the people he's going after, their credibility is better than him. That is why till date we are asking him, say, Onwankasana or how he was able to get his associate professorship. He should come and tell us Sanyoma or Troy ne materials, ne thesis, nyoma watra, a professor also associate professor. No, till date, this man, I see him as an imposter. He's a liar. Abdullah is a liar. Abdullah Jinapo is a liar, and nobody should take him serious. In fact, Sawa Ghana and this guy writes to you with his signature beneath it saying, say, he is the Director General of GTech. They are writing to you to whatever. Tell them that they are sick. They should first correct the mistake they are sitting with, the disease. This man, Abdullah, is a liar. GTech should first correct this disease. This man should come and prove to us how he obtained his associate professorship. He should come and tell us. He's hiding. He's hiding. He's one person who is always all over the place. Telling people, drop your professorship, drop your doctorate, drop your this. Today we are telling him to come and prove he's not able to do it. He's a liar. And such imposters are supposed to end up in jail. They need to jail this man. They need to jail this man. This guy is a bad man. He's not supposed to be given any room. Ochina, I'll come and show you institutions in Ghana. This same GTech, you know GTech, Omunana is from the accreditation board. They are the same people. GTech now, and this man is hiding behind and destroying people's reputation, destroying universities they themselves accredited to operate in Ghana. No, the same people. Near from the accreditation board. No, in the first, and I would say accreditation board, and one GTech, and majority of these universities in Ghana will say they cannot operate because they lack what their standards. You know, they are the same people who gave them licenses and accreditation to run in Ghana. He is fighting his personal battle. He is destroying people's career and lives. Akwawi is a liar. Abdullah Jinapo is a liar. Nobody in Ghana should take GTech serious until this guy proves himself or he's sacked from that position. He can go to any court he wants to go. I am saying until he's able to defend his materials, his thesis, whatever he wrote to give him to enable him get that professorship, associate professorship. He needs to let us know. Abdullah is a liar, a lying Abdullah. A lying Abdullah. He is a lying Abdullah. Don't take him serious. Nobody should listen to him. Anytime he writes to anybody in Ghana and saying, oh, we don't want you to use this title, tell him that you, come and prove to me the title you are using. Ask him, write to him. No publication from this guy. We wanted to know his publications that earned him the associate professorship. Just 10, 7, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2 publications. He said he wouldn't publish anything. This guy. Not a single publication from Abdullah. The associate professorship he's holding in Ghana is fake. He's lying. If it is not fake, and I am lying, prove to Ghanaians. Mr. Abdullah Jinapo, you are a liar, a lying Abdullah. If your professorship is not fake, prove to Ghanaians that it is not fake. We know the schools you went, that's fine, but prove to us how you were able to obtain the professorship. Where are your publications? You are a thief. You are sitting in Ghana lying to everyone because you think You are aligned to the Akufo-Addo group. You think you can do this to bring MPP to power. You are an Akufo-Addo replica. Akufo-Addo didn't have a certificate. And you saw how he ran this country. Now the Danko Akufo-Addo only certificate yet to chrome ha. Oka kan obi asem we nyini. Oka kan semenka we wansem. Oya akora na odi penyina tem. Penyini a on kan kura oye to train it to Akufo-Addo. Ebe sinne. Last me who video be papa aimless, hopeless man be. So to UK or so to US. And a blogger film bia kochi camera listening so. Akufo-Addo no you made any Jimmy and I would say Akufo-Addo your mate na since 1910 yebusa ho asama and then obeka oho yare se titikobi. So Abdullah is a liar. On Kanukre, he is a fake professor. Nobody should address him as a professor, and he needs to make sure professorship he should come. He should publish his we need to see his publications. We are insisting because he occupies a government office. If we have petitioned and you people want to act as if you've not had a petition, then the next time is going to be forced. We are going to take you to court. And I will fund that. We cannot give you a position, be paying you with the taxpayers' money, and an imposter like you, a liar like you, taking money, using money, spending our money, and we ask you a simple question. Come and tell us. Show us your publications. You think we are stupid? That office you occupy, we are going to come there and close it down. You better my own pay. We will take it from you. Whatever perks you are enjoying, you are an imposter, you are a criminal. We are saying if you don't want us to call you a criminal, come and publish your publications. We just want to see your publications. Kwasiasem motigana ena nkwasiade enkwasiade ma for minor bobo na mutiti kro na mo hye nkofo so ena mo dada nkofo ena mo kohye kurase bi wo America kurase bi oso ko school bi Ohio kurase bi ai into ba ye no one na ode ba be o bodam. Come and show us your publications. So baby, I'm saying he's a thief. Every thief is a liar until he shows us the publication. I'll stop calling him a thief. Yes, but until he does that, he's a thief. He's an imposter. Have you read Baumia's thesis before? Ubesu. A home economics and about Baumia Troy. Or send the thesis or be a doctor no. Home economics thesis. What kind of Baumia thesis is that? You'll be shocked. Munko busanya utamaklu. O redia half a cooking. Mahamudu dear will sneer Jumane Fribao a Akufo-Addo ho papa. Mahamudu. Hey. Abdullah is a liar. Abdullah is a liar. He cannot tell anyone to come and show Abdullah is a liar. The Director General of GTEC, Ghana, is a liar. He needs to come out and publish his publications. He's a liar. Nobody should take him serious. In fact, if GTEC writes to you about anything, tell them to remove that imposter there. He should be kicked out before you respond to them. GTEC, a whole GTEC is being led by a liar. You want us to respond to GTEC. So we'll come back to Abdullah's matter. Ochina, I'll speak on some universities. Accreditation board the same as GTEC. Accreditation board and one GTEC. Omo license. In fact, we have one or two here. I'll do that tomorrow. And Agyeman Dawson. I have too many things on my phone. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, the finance minister will be reading the budget. That's what we have been told. In fact, Makacham says, Joy News, publish BBR. You need to fact check. We have fact check and we know that this one there is true. Every time you see a publication from Joy News, because it is fake news, you need to double check. Where they got it right. Finance Minister Ato Forson likely to present 2026 budget on the 13th of November. Let me tell you, it's a caution. Joy News is fake news. Some majority of the publications they put out, 90% is fake. So anytime you see a publication from them, Just double check from different sources, credible sources, before you carry the story. The reason why we are putting this on is because we have fact-checked other platforms, and we know, say, for once, this one there, out of the 90%, 1% of my idea, into this one there, we will say, almost fake news, no one fan cohort. Joy News is fake news. Don't underestimate Joy News. A fake news. They take money, they do politicians. That is how they run Joy News. Multimedia was actually built out of cocaine money. That is why when you ask halitosis, the man whose mouth smells like Ofuyayase, his name is Samson Ayenini. He said he was going to take Kennedy to court. To date, he has not been able to take Kennedy to court because multimedia, as Kennedy Japan said, was established with cocaine money. So remember, Joy News is also part of multimedia. It's a cocaine den. It was cocaine money they used in establishing Joy News. Anytime you get a story from Joy News, verify the story first. We verified, that's why today we have it on here. Every story you will see, say, a Joy News story, now you double check it, fact check it 10 times, and would say, yes, we're the Jandam Nanko, because more chance to pay. Every single minute they get, they do Jandam, they do fake news. Don't underestimate the fakeness in Joy News. And I'm catch on. Finance Minister Ato Forson on the 13th of November, yes, Obe presented the budget for 2026. So far, so good. As much as Ato Forson does not like me, which is fine. He doesn't like me, I know. He doesn't like me because I spoke about some nonsense he did in the past. So he thinks he's so big, he doesn't like me. But with me, it's not about personalities. It's about the job you need to do. You just have to deliver. If you deliver, you can hate me to the core. As far as you deliver, I'm fine with you. I don't need everyone in the NDC to like me. I don't care. But as far as you have been given a job by the president, instructed by the president, no matter what you do, you are under the president and you need to deliver. You serve the people of Ghana. On the 13th of December, the finance minister, so far so good, he has delivered, and I am very, very satisfied with his performance so far. He has proven, say, he can be trusted when it comes to managing an economy. Nyoma sikatoto ye ene nyoma ye dijina ye no wachire say oma de djuma na obetumi aye. We are almost a year 1 year enyendru papa January 7th and a year 1 year John Mahama about power and as NDC about power. But so far what we are seeing with the economic indicators any Ghana sikasem baby akodua and pempensua ekoye no aban we ba power no yeko almost 1 year aban we enko abontene enko bo besia. So aban we betuma bo besia ofie nko like I'll be happy. So aban we ebebo besia nko domestic nko I'm okay because aban we boka besia ofia otua. So aban we kase ohia sika e bibi na se Ghana for ye de sika ma aban we na aban we kase obebo mu besia e de dwuma bi na otua man kakra. That is much better than ofuriata kwasi ampe na osora no pape trom MPP Jimmy for led by Baomian and Nkofo almosora no pape yenko abrochire nkoji sika ehun nsi ho no yentumi ntua. But if we are going to borrow within, if this finance minister, this government is even going to be borrowing within, I don't have a problem because enya kura anticipate day yani ankase efie ne abo ehun besia anya ya yani abetene fie aka. We are not going to go out there and borrow abra enim say we cannot pay back, and that has been Ghana's biggest problem. NPP for adiomu ya year from Kufuor time ebesi Ekufuor the time they no ye nyina say omotam koraba pedoma kwa abontene we need money, but when they bring the money back ejuma was say be no montumi fanye insiwonu so a omuntua, then they foolishly exit power and always leave the damage for NPP to come and NDC to come and clean up. Right now no I've seen say this government wants to borrow domestically. I am fine. The government can borrow domestically for 10, 20, 30 years. I'm okay with that. But for a government to go out and borrow, the government should also know, say, then you need to have plans of paying that besia back. Because every year, what is going to happen is in Simuno, in Chimba Nebetomoso. So, measures to pay besia in Simuno in 10 term there. Nobody will have a problem. That is what we call responsible borrowing. But so far, under Ato Forson, who does not like me, which I don't care, so far he has proven, say, he is worth the position we have given him. Say he should keep doing what he's doing. I am okay with his performance so far. He is not going to please me and he's not going to please anybody. He is pleasing himself. When I say he's pleasing himself, he's building his own resume. He's very attentive and he should be focused and do what he's doing. November 13th will be in Ghana to witness the budget. The cameras parliament. Near a budget be. Then we get to know what Atoforsen has for us. So far, so excellent. We are very proud of the finance minister. We are very, very proud of the job he has done. In fact, over Ghana, actually, Akromfonia before any tribal foods in Kwana complain, say, MP before they no matter what we would do, they are buying baby piano. They are not going to do what they are not going to appreciate. Into me, say if I'm on social media, no me won't say yachi. Blogger be atwe mic akogina kurasini ba bi enim kurasini be ma bi enim MPP ni bi no ka say yentiasie nyoma mbo ayedin dollar kofuma me hunu so otwe. I don't even listen to such people because the same animals left in Ghana when the dollar was at 17 they didn't have a problem. Into me who saw videos now I see it, I scroll and I move because omo Jimmy, you cannot please a foolish woman or a foolish man because omo no the omo pan say bibi say the omo pan say Bibianco South, na Obianca say, hey, but NC. NC, so far, I'm saying, say, the finance minister has done well, but, there are some people who make the finance minister's work easy. So, oba eye abain ana finance, ana sa oba Ghana sika samuntu tuya. There are some people who make the job easy for the finance minister. So, when you're a governor who is stupider, so when you're a governor who is corrupt, so when you're a governor who is not intelligent, you, the finance minister, will be exposed more. And so far, the Bank of Ghana governor, Mr. Siama, and his deputies and the rest, they have proven themselves. And it's Agyeman Manu somehow a bit easy, free-flowing for Atoforsen and the government. The Bank of Ghana governor has proven himself. A young man, in fact, what Ghana for say, he has gone through the mill to get to this point. The way and manner he's making sure their policies, how they are putting things together, how they are gradually changing things. Policy rate has come down. When we come to about making sure inflation has been curbed, why say Jumano? When we talk about making sure the dollar today is not suffocating the city. Today the city is very strong, is in a stable condition. When we are talking about investment, people having confidence in the country's investment. And I say, Yesika Semua, the Bank of Ghana today has brought some confidence in the system. Foreign investors are now confident to come to Ghana to invest. So you always need the balance. The finance ministry and the Bank of Ghana governor. When the Bank of Ghana governor is honest, is intelligent, has practical solutions to issues, it makes it easy for the finance minister to do his job. And I can tell you, another credit goes to the Bank of Ghana governor. As much as we are praising the finance minister, the Bank of Ghana governor has done exceptionally good. And we need to also give him that credit because what we are seeing now, we had a governor who was making crazy losses. Recently, we saw the Bank of Ghana come out about some losses, but you could see in less than a year, the losses, it is way, way lower than Nana Dankwe Kufuor, Bawumia, Addison, their foolishness. You could see, say, slowly, because of the prudent measures and tightening of some fiscal policies near the it is a Ghana Bank of Ghana a bond year on a Ghana is coming down, and that is how people who are smart or prudent measures, and that's what it does. A Ghana start about form Nobody should lie to you, say. In less than a year, the Bank of Ghana governor and the finance minister, they should come into power and make sure say a kabi dahubiana a swati 90%. It doesn't work like that. But so who say they are working now. You see the rate at which debt of Bank of Ghana is going down. The rate at which debt of Ghana is going down. The rate at which the fiscal policy. The rate at which the interest rate is going down. And then the who say people are putting measures in place. Credit to the finance minister, which I really respect the job he's doing. He should keep going on. He should not allow the foolish Afenyo Manu, who is his friend, to mislead him. Because if Afenyo Manu misleads you and you get out of office, Afenyo Manu will jail you. So I'm telling you, your friend is Afenyo Manu. You think he's your friend. Afenyo Manu will poison you and kill you. It was the same Afenyo Manu who was the leader of the MPP that wanted to jail you for life. So don't foolishly sit there as a fancy man and let Afenyo Manu deceive you. You can give him all the contract you want, but if you make a mistake, Afenyo Manu will lead these piglets to jail you. If power changes today, Afenyo Manu will stay behind and tell them to jail you. Into where Jimmy Kurano, Something to tell you, should tell you, say, you have been in that position before. Me, I don't care about anybody in your position. Oh. Me president to be a me appointment. Me come out some paper contract. I have the right to tell anybody what I want to tell you. And I'm a canon. Now, there's something I want to talk about. Mr. S. Yeah, and this was, thank you, Mr. Esame Fanchemo. This was what recently we saw from the Bank of Ghana, how they are working. Oh, no, how they are working. Let me show you this quick before we move on. You see this? 921. Mr. S, we need to go in right now. Give me a minute. This is it. I said when I'm making about Bank of Ghana, the work they have done. Banks wrote off 1.5 billion in bad debt in first 8 months of 2025, a 46% decline over same period in 2024. Meaning the progress we have made as a nation, the progress the Bank of Ghana has made under Esiama and his deputies, you can see clearly say this government is headed towards the right direction. And these are not things that you have to play with. People are really leading institutions and making difference and changing the narrative. And these are some of the things we need, because in 2024, the same time in 2024, we had made losses of about 1.38 billion and now 1.68 billion. In less than a year, it has dropped to 1.5 billion. You can see, say, measures are being put in place. Things are going down positively. They are changing things. So Esiama has done his piece, and I really respect him for that. As much as I'm praising Atuforsen, you cannot praise Atuforsen and leave Esiama out. And I'm talking about the Bank of Ghana. And with me, I don't like singling out people. But when it comes to leadership, some people are exceptional when it comes to leadership. Normally, you say the Bank of Ghana is doing well, but the Bank of Ghana is not doing well. You don't even mention the deputy. You mention the governor of Bank of Ghana. That is why every time, when credit comes, the leader takes the credit first, and then you also add the rest to it. Because in the Bank of Ghana, Boka, nobody will mention the deputy's name. Nobody will mention the second deputy's name. Nobody will mention the secretary. Everybody is going to mention the Bank of Ghana governor. And Tiaba say now, we also want people to know, say, the Bank of Ghana governor, his leadership and the help and support from his deputies, has gotten Bank of Ghana and Ghana back on track. So we need to be very, very careful, and we need to also always make people know, say, as someone eba, I was say, you cannot, then you applaud Oma Bejuma. Now, this is a story that's making headlines. I want us to kill quickly. Thank you, team. Mr. P, I think we can come back to it. I didn't see that. Now, Mahama will appoint defense minister in due course of Osukwachi, and we have seen some jandam in the system, and it's being pushed by Joy News and some fake people calling themselves defense analysts. Ghana Nkwana will be also a defense analyst. Are there? So how did I say saying? You analyze defense? Now, I can tell you on authority, the defense minister vacant position at Dahono, there are people in the MPP who are pushing an agenda, and there are people in the NDC pushing an agenda. And I can tell you on authority, say, even in the NDC, there are some people who are pushing this agenda, say, Yanfa pressure enter president, so the presidency, so not only defense minister, because some people in the NDC want that position. And there are some people in the MPP, NDC for the Bini or Mokasa say, Mundi Hunkomo, send ye beya, yenya ye pesa position, we are not kids in this country. The president of the Republic of Ghana, when he sees it fit to appoint a defense minister, he will. In the first place, we were even supposed to have in Ghana as a country, 30 million. We were supposed to have one defense minister. Now, if for some reason the defense minister is not around, and from the day we lost the defense minister, may he so rest in peace, and the other colleagues who died, ever since there, now say the deputy defense minister is able to, or has been able to hold that fort, has been able to work with the acting defense minister till now. Why should the president be in a haste to go and bring somebody to be the defense minister? Why? Why should the president be in a haste? Because at the end of the day, if you tell me, say, Atuforsen acting as the defense minister, he has too much work, there it was a deputy defense minister. So technically, the work now say go Atuforsen, so no, the deputy defense minister who is there, no, who will be doing or working with Atuforsen. So why are you people making it look like, say, there is nobody at the defense ministry working and that Atuforsen of the finance ministry, no Dimirika, no Abesha defense ministry. There is a deputy defense minister. There is a reason why they are defense ministers. There is a reason why they appoint defense ministers. It is because there is a difference. There is a reason why we appoint deputies. What do? They step in when the one who was appointed to be the head is not there. So this is not a conversation we should be even having now. That is why Ofosu Kachukachukwu say, when the president is ready to appoint a defense minister, he will. But so far, there was a reason why the president needed defense minister or he deputy. If he didn't think that the deputy was capable of basically taking over if the defense minister is not the anchor President Mahama, anchor only deputy defense minister. That nonsense, that agenda, and there are some people in the NDC. If you want to be defense minister, your work, your track record. John Mahama is not a new politician. He is not like a Kufuado. He's not a toy. He knows every single minister. He knows every single MP. He knows every single person. To choose a deputy minister, nobody can force John Mahama to choose a deputy defense minister. Into that agenda of let us push the story in the system, let us go to Joy News, let the NPP people, there are people in the NDC who are telling their NPP friends to push the agenda. We know you all. Your NDC for mama NPP for be I had the idea say, oh, media being a defense minister may you, but mean to me quite TV sonka. Into Mona Mon started conversation, no, near for pressure and to John Mahama. So not only defense minister, there's a reason why there was a deputy defense minister. There's a reason why there's an acting defense minister. The president is not under any pressure, and I'm sending this message to NDC for you. John Mahama is an experienced politician, and none of you guys in the NDC can frustrate John Mahama. None of you guys can think, say, psychologically, you can use the fake media in Ghana, the fake Joy News media, the fake agenda to put pressure on John Mahama. So far, so good. The deputy, Broja Jemfi, is working. The finance minister who is acting is working. There's no problem. If the president sees the reason to bring in a defense minister to work with Broja or to make even the deputy the defense minister, it is up to the president to make that decision. So what is this nonsense of let us try and use the MPP to put pressure on John Mahama? Do you know John Mahama pressure a bit to me? No pressure be any Ghana politics a bit to me, John Mahama. I'm telling you people, nobody can pressurize John Mahama in Ghana politics. He has seen everything. He has seen the worst. He has seen the good. He has seen the bad. He knows every single politics route, every single nitty-gritty in Ghana politics. And no politician, whether in the NDC or in the MPP, can think, say, they are smarter. Psychologically, they can beat John Mahama by forcing John Mahama to make a mistake. John Mahama is not a toy president like Kufuado. Nana Danko Kufuado was a toy president. Baumia, Abronye, Gabi Ochidako, Bedie told them were using him because he was a toy. He did not even understand what governance is. But guys, don't underestimate John Mahama. John Mahama should take his time. So far, so good. And into the roads minister, near deputy. Ye finance minister, near deputy. Ye energy minister, near deputy. Ye health minister, near deputy. Now deputy, kesom ko uhunjenzi mwana. Deputy there, you know. And then you almost some ko uhunjenzi. You almost said they are capable of being the minister. If the minister is not there, you need to do that job. If the president feels he would need somebody to come as a substantive for the deputy to stay at the deputy, the president will take that decision. If the president feels that he doesn't even want the deputy there, it's the president's decision. He can take the deputy away and bring new people to come and fill that position. Nobody in Ghana, nobody in the NDC or MPP can force John Mahama to appoint a defense minister. What nonsense. And over Joy News so. Now about your TV, Sonia the idea. What's a kwasiebito so or your defense analyst? What is defense analyst? Also a security analyst. What do you analyze? What do you people analyze? Bon kwasiebi not radio so I am a security analyst. What do you analyze? Security dey. Ukro bomb kura udim ne bo. Udim bomb bo. Who in bomb boy and I'll be analyzing security. You to knock out 3 quarter udane. You to knock out eto them. Knock out cry ya to them up na o kaka kraba bom na ubu punu dwane o ya dey security analyst mo bodam mo unim bomb boy. Dey ntina Ghana yanko war rough. Dey ntina Ghana yanko me hunsa kwasi ampe yibiti joy news on TV3 o say if the president does not appoint a new defense minister in 3 weeks there will be the kwasia. Mudi amu kodo ma petition ba na mo sheshe suit fibia and kwasi akeka nkwa, and in 3 weeks if the president does not appoint in 3 weeks there in 3 weeks there nebesi who say nkosi a chiutum. People like this. So I'm from the TV so I'm a security analyst, and that if the president does not appoint, it means you know something we don't know. You need to be arrested. You are a criminal. What do you know that we don't know? Because there's a deputy, the finance minister is acting. What do you know that we don't know? And they hide behind dirty titles. Unim bombo also a security analyst. Abuofunu, my dear friend, security analyst.